All right, welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. I may be speaking a little fast today because it's my second day in a row having coffee since January, like legit coffee. Don't speak yet. I have to introduce you guys. I'm very excited about my guest today. He's my first official comedian. Rappaport's been on. He's a comedian as well, but he also does acting as well. But this is a person who's a comedian and a potential hardcore singer. Welcome to the podcast, Shapel Lacey.
All righty. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Here. And then I guess I can call him my co-host who's on and off on the podcast, Mr. Derek Green.
What's up? What's up?
From Sepultura.
Back.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you,
thanks
man.
for having me, man.
Thanks for being here, Derek.
Thank you for having me.
I see you every day. You're
Yep. What?
I was
Go ahead
going
and
to
say
say we become really close on the lockdown. We were friends for like 25 years, and we lost touch, and then now we became COVID buddies. And
That's what friends are for.
and I always joke you did that when the lockdown's over, you're going to lose my number and not talk to me anymore.
That's totally wrong, man.
Okay.
That's not.
Once we start
that's
touring,
not going to happen.
But once touring begins, we're going to go our separate ways and see each other.
I don't want to think about it now.
Okay.
He's just stressing him out.
All right, now back to Shapel. So, Joe Vation, the guy I do this podcast with, shout out to Joe Vation, does all my editing and make everybody sound good. He's the one who told me about you. He was like, yo, there's this comedian, and he's on Fighting the Kid, and all he wears is hardcore shirts. And so he sent me your information. I was like, holy shit, who is this guy? I want to meet this dude. So I ended up hitting you up and then going to see you do your stand-up, which was fucking awesome. Me and Derek went.
That was hilarious.
Oh, thank
and now
you.
you're in my kitchen.
Yeah.
So welcome, and I want to get into your life.
Yeah,
I've seen you talk about it when I saw you do a stand-up, you growing up and stuff, but
Yeah.
So you were born in Mesa, Arizona?
Mesa, Arizona, man. Shout out to Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, yeah, they're from there?
Yeah, they're from Mesa.
Who's from there?
Oh, shit.
Jimmy Eat World.
Oh.
Looking back. Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm familiar with any of their
great
songs.
fucking band.
It
Incredible
just takes
band.
some time.
I can guess the beat.
Daddy just needs some time. Bang Your Hits, great band.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. That was a massive. Who else is from Arizona?
Yeah.
Shit. Jim Blossoms.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Blossoms. That's right.
Jim Blossoms.
What was
I
their
remember
hit
them.
song? What was their hit song? I know.
Hey,
He's gonna know it.
jealousy.
Jealousy.
Hey, jealousy.
Hey,
Or
jealousy.
I found out about you.
Yeah. I found out about you. That's
Yeah.
great. So
All
those are
right.
the main ones from Arizona.
Okay.
Shout out to Roger Agnostic Front. He lives in Arizona.
Sacred Reich. They're from Arizona.
They
Oh,
are?
yeah.
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 Oh, shit.
Mhm.
Yes, they are.
Arizona. And there was a venue we always played in Arizona.
There's the Marquee. There's the Nile.
The Nile Theater.
The Nile Theater. Yeah, the Nile Theater. Man.
Insane stage, no barricade. I think it's like carpeted
Yeah, it's
stage.
carpeted. Yep.
Interesting stage to jump up and down. You played the Nile Theater before?
I don't remember.
Where does Sepultura play in Arizona?
We don't play there that often. We have
That's fucked up.
There's some hate going on there for.
Oh, yeah, we won't get into that. We won't get into that.
but I love you, Arizona. Despite that,
We'll be back.
Oh, there's the other spot that we had in Mesa.
the Mason Jar.
The Mason Jar. The Mesa Amphitheater.
Oh, yeah.
There's another spot. Marquee Theater. I think I said that. I'm trying to think of where else.
Yeah, great shows at the
Bash
Nile.
on Ash was one of them that we had for a long time. I'm trying to think of what else.
And I went there early, like in was sick of it all, like in '90.
Oh, okay.
And that '91 tour, sick of it all, Sacred Reich, separate tour. It was a Marquee Theater out there in the '91 or so.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, a bunch.
Big
We had great shows in Arizona.
Yeah.
Shout out to Arizona. Great
Arizona's
scene.
great. Yeah, even just
fucking
entertainment.
hot, though.
Yeah, it's fucking hot, but like entertainment, Arizona fucks with it because, we just get excited when people come to town because, Arizona's not really one of those places where there's just a lot to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just too fucking hot.
Yeah.
But like with entertainment, like we show the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, we appreciate it a lot.
And that's
Yeah.
always a stop from everybody comes from LA. They go to Arizona or through Vegas, whatever.
Yeah.
So how was it growing up in Arizona?
It's one of those places like where you kind of got to create your own fun.
Yeah.
You either gonna get into like sports
Or jackass type shit.
or
Jackass type shit.
or jackass type shit. Like this
Either sports or guns.
Yeah, sports or guns.
Shopping
yeah.
carts.
Yeah, shopping carts. You listen to my jokes.
I do. I pay attention.
But yeah, it was, and I was one of those kids that like I wasn't in. I don't know. I was always trying to learn something just different, just because. And I think it was just organic. Like I just loved, it's like because I saw like, oh, everyone's doing this over here. You know what I mean? And I was always like, well, what's that? You know, what that's different. You know? Like, that's how I got into like skateboarding. It was just like, oh, that's different. You know, that's pretty cool.
Were you into sports at all though?
No, never really.
So how were you in school? Like, were you like a quiet kid? Because you're like, obviously you're a comedian and
Oh yeah, I was shy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you know, growing up, I was, you know, the black kid that, you know, loved punk and skated, and I was just like at that time, it was just a fucking rarity. So, you know, I just got a lot of flack from people. So I didn't hang with a lot of people, but everyone knew me because I was just that dude that, I mean, he's different as fuck. You know, I'm the only one that like me. So, you know, I just didn't really, you know, I didn't have like a squadron of people that I ever kicked it with. Like, I was kind of just like an individual,
like a loner, like a black sheep.
Yeah, 100%. Literally a black sheep.
And but did you do good in school? And we
fuck no, I didn't do as good in school. Kind of. Why you ask that question?
So you got
that's where I get sad and heated. Oh, I'm done with this fucking interview. You asking me about my grades.
So you got shitty ass grades.
Yeah, wow. I just didn't. Well, you know, I just didn't care. You know.
Were your parents strict about it though, or no?
No. So like we get deep here, yeah. We
get real deep on this.
So
shit.
You know,
people cry on this shit sometimes.
Well, I won't. You know.
I'm not expecting you to.
Yeah. So I grew up in a crazy household. You know, I grew up with my stepfather, my mom, and then 4 of my other siblings. But my stepfather was super abusive.
Okay.
So like, you know, it was dealing with that at home. You know, you kind of just. You don't give a fuck about anything else because, you know, it's like, what does the outside world mean if I got to go home
to this shit?
To this, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I didn't think that's not how, you know, I didn't have it that kind of realization when I was a kid. But that's you know what those, you know, any kid that's in those type of situations, you know, and they're acting out in school, it's like, something's going on at home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Something's you know fucked up there. You know, and it sucks because, you know, as a teacher. You know, I don't know how deep a teacher can fucking get with a student and you know, it's a touchy thing to like jump into because, you know, there's a lot at risk there. So it was a tough situation, you know, but I think, and that was one thing that like just kept me quiet, you know, that I, you know, obviously I didn't feel like I fit in like at home. So I definitely don't fit in at school, you know? So I kind of just, you know, learned how to just be an individual.
You try to stay out and do things a lot so you didn't have to go home? Like,
fuck yeah. That was like, the skateboarding was like, you know, one of the biggest things, you know, just constantly doing that, you know, to where, you know, I didn't want to fucking go home.
Yeah.
You know?
What got you into skateboarding? Like, was it something you saw, a video or a friend?
I just loved how extreme it was.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, this is like a wild fucking thing. I was like, there's no coaches, there's nothing that, you know, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, it's just you,
yourself.
it's just you and the board. And like,
so good.
You watch skate videos and you fucking, you know, you go out and try to do it.
Yeah. Were you good? Did you have like some good tricks?
Yeah, I was pretty good.
Street skater?
Yeah, street skater. Yeah. I was pretty damn good.
Kickflip?
Yeah, whole shebang, frontside flips, all that stuff, man.
I never got kickflips. That was late in the game for my life. I was
really.
I'm a ramp skater.
You're definitely a bird skater.
So the street shit came later, like boneless, the shit like that. But the kickflips and stuff, that was later on, I think.
I just assumed that you could do.
Thank you, bro.
Basic.
I could do a finger flip.
I could
do a Roddy Mullen joint where you hold it and you do it while you're riding it, but I can't do it. Just kick it up in the air like my son.
Oh, got it.
That was like maybe 90s, maybe. I don't even know if that came. Or Roddy Mullen did, but it became street later on, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So you got to. What did your parents think about you skateboarding? They thought it was weird or no?
You know, my stepfather went the hardest on me. Like, he was like, you know, anything I did, he was just like, you know, why you doing that shit? That's white people shit, like all this stuff. So like he didn't like I had like I had to like hide my skateboards at friends' houses.
What?
I used to hide like my clothes, you know, because he would try to make me dress a certain way. Yeah, it was pretty.
What did he try to make you dress like?
Like just fucking
normal.
I guess.
Cross-color gear.
Yeah, just shit I did not fucking like. You know
Cross
what I mean?
color, you say? That shit crisscross, bro. What year are you thinking? The 80s?
I know, right?
How old are you, by the way?
33.
Okay, so
this was late.
Fat Farm.
So it's like mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should be playing sports, they thought, or not doing skateboarding.
Yeah, he was just, and he, you know, and a lot of, you know, I say this, I have forgiven my stepfather.
Okay.
You know,
That's what's up.
and
good.
I've been able to forgive him with love, because there's
Yeah.
a difference. You know, like
Absolutely.
people can forgive, but they'll still have this like,
Right.
this thing there. You know what I mean? But I've been able to completely let it go.
That's
awesome.
Because
great,
I
man.
think about his life too. Like, you know, he went through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't have the best childhood growing up.
Yeah.
And, you know, his dad wasn't around. And he was doing what he knew. And he to this day, like, and I remember my siblings would get mad when he would say it. It's like, he was like, you know, I was a good dad, you know, and my siblings go berserk. And I was like, yeah, he's going to say that. Why wouldn't he?
Of course.
I was
Right.
like, his dad wasn't there.
Yeah.
He was there for us. He was
Yeah.
there. He was present. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Maybe not
and he
mentally,
thinks,
yeah.
but like he was only doing exactly what the fuck he knew.
Yeah.
So of course he didn't think he was bad. Why
Yeah.
would he think he was bad if he
Yeah.
was just, this is what this shit is. This, you know, and you know, so like if I saw him right now, I'd say what's up to him. You know, I just it's hard for me to fucking hold on to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
It's
mean?
big of you. That's awesome.
It's really hard for me to like. I've just seen better result. You know,
Right.
Because I always think like this, man. I'm like, oh, okay, if this is, you know, how everyone thinks of this, well, what else is there? There's got to be another way to look at it. This can't be the 100%. This is the answer. This is how I need to look at him.
And it
Yeah.
also
Why?
it takes a lot of energy to hate somebody,
Dude,
You know, it's
so
like
much
an
fucking-
extreme
so much
amount of
fucking energy.
It's
And-
true.
You know, I think about like, what if I was able to get him in trouble, and like he goes to jail for, you know, the abuse, right? Say that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I satisfied? I still hate him.
It still
Right.
happened to you. Yeah, exactly.
It still happened.
Yeah.
Like I won't be like, that's not where, you know, you can't be satisfied out that, because you still have the hate, even though you're like,
Yeah.
yep, I got him. Justice, you know, he's in there, whatever, but I still have the hate, and it's
Yeah,
like,
man.
oh, okay, well, why don't I try something different?
Right.
You know, and it's like, and you know what that did? That, you know what that does for us, he and I, it gives him a perspective that he's never fucking had.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
that's how I fucking roll. So like when I
Love
tell
that.
these stories, you know, people, you know, will go hard on him like, oh, you don't fucking hate him. And it's like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like fucking what, like, if I hated him, would I be able to deliver my best? Fuck
Right.
no.
No,
You know
man.
what I mean?
And your mom's like, how
I
did
was going
she?
to ask you that. Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom, you know, she didn't even realize what she was in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was one of those situations like, you know, he was very manipulative, and he made her feel like she needed him.
Okay.
So, you know, so I was so 50-50 with my mom, you know,
Okay.
because I was like, why the fuck is she with him? You know, why,
Right.
you know, all this stuff. But then I always thought about it. I go, she's never been mean to me. She's never treated me bad. But it's like, why is she with him? And then I realized, I'm like, oh shit, she was, you know, he didn't physically, you know, abuse her, but like mentally
Had it trapped maybe.
mentally trapped,
Yeah.
you know, for years. So
That's
it's
crazy,
like,
man.
so like I had to put all this into consideration, you know, to be like, oh, that's where the fucking, you know, that's where the shit is.
Yeah. And how old were you?
But it was a fucking journey.
Were you adopted?
Yeah, and then
So you
then
got adopted after that.
yeah, so like in my
Wow.
teens, and it wasn't it wasn't
Like
a
15 or something, right?
yeah, it wasn't a legal adoption. They took me in pretty much. Yeah.
Wow. So you escaped that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was because my stepfather, you know, he ended up just like kicking me out.
Wow.
You know?
How old were you when he kicked you out?
So that family started taking care of me when I was 15, and I
Okay.
didn't officially move in with them until like 17.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and how did you hear about this, or how did this family know about you?
Oh, so I was a competitive cheerleader, and they owned the cheerleading gym.
University of Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
So yeah, when I was in high school, I did competitive cheerleading, which is like just club soccer, you know, like, and so it's not through the school, but they owned the cheerleading gym that I was cheering
That's
at.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I think everyone knew something was wrong with me just
Okay,
because
I
I
was
was
gonna
just
ask.
so quiet,
Right.
and, you
Yeah.
know, but no one asked, and
Okay.
I think, you know, like I said, everyone's terrified to ask that
Right.
question. No one, and you know, I'm not mad at them for not speaking up about it, but it's just like, I think they were just like, well, let's just be there.
Right,
Let's just be
right.
there. You know, let's
Yeah.
just take care of them. You know, and
Right.
we're like, and just do it. Let's
Show
just do
them,
it.
yeah, by action.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
How'd you end up in Louisville?
That was when the fuck was that? That was after Texas. I was at a junior college in Texas, and then
So you left high school and you ended up deciding.
Yeah,
you
I
wanted
went
go
to pursue cheerleading in
What,
college.
what made you think about like what?
What made me think about
why?
cheer?
Why cheerleading? Like what made you?
I just had a crush on a girl.
Yeah.
For real?
It's the most simple way to like.
Oh my God.
Everyone thinks
I
there's
get
like
it.
this
It
like
makes sense.
story. Everyone thinks there's
makes
like this
sense.
fucking. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I want to be a cheer. No, it was never that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And so you followed her there, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
shit.
so like me and my friends, we tried to like form like a ska band back in the day, you know, and the drummer, his sister was a cheerleader, and so
Okay.
I had a big crush on her, you know, and so I would go to his house and jam all the fucking time. And
Well, you were quiet too, so you really saying
quiet,
shit.
yeah, I wouldn't say
You'd
shit.
be just staring at her and shit.
Yeah, but
Your
it was
drummer
obvious.
friend was like,
it was obvious.
Stop
Yeah.
looking at
Did
my
you get-
sister,
Yeah,
man.
right. Yeah.
Wow, man. Holy,
It's my
holy,
sister,
It's
bro.
my sister,
Stay away
dude.
from her.
holy
I
shit.
just fucking
That's fucking awesome.
yeah, but you know, and I give her so much credit today because she, in a sense, like, you know, saved my life. That was the first
Yeah.
time I ever like really saw like what a positive like positivity. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I mean, I always think about it like this. Like, I love music. Music is like my fucking heart and soul.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember, you know, and it became that way because, you know, I remember being a kid and, you know, whenever my mom was like cleaning up or anything like that, she always played music, you
Yeah.
know, all of it, you know, like fucking just all the R&B, Bobby Brown, fucking all the New Edition shit, Boys to
Sick.
Men, like fucking the whole shebang,
Classic.
you know, fucking Zapp and Roger, all of it, right? And so that was the time I saw her at her happiest. So I was like, oh, this is the music that, like, you know, and it should be singing it. And I just saw her happy,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, I started listening to it too. You know, I started rocking with it. And then, you know, I just switched the station one day and I heard Mississippi Queen by Mountain.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, now what is this? You know?
Mhm.
And so, like, I started, you know, listening to all this stuff and you know, and then getting into the rock. And then at that time, like, you know, yeah, I heard Zeppelin and then like the Doors, and then all of a sudden, you know, the grunge movement, which was like really heavy around the time
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I started. So, like, you know, you just hear Nirvana, Mudhoney, you know, all this stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is great shit, you know. Meanwhile, like, I'm learning about like Zapp and Roger, Earth, Wind and Fire, like it all just a collective of
great,
like
man.
stuff, and like, you know, fucking Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, like that fucking album.
Yeah, man.
It's like one of my top fucking favorite albums. Like, you know, I'm hearing all this stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, and so when I started getting into the rock, you know what I mean, and that's when, like, you know, my stepfather like really started going hard on me. You know, that's when it was just like, you know,
Is that
he
the
was
Devil's music or?
yeah, 100%,
Mm.
100%, man. You know, and so like then I started getting into like the new metal. You know what I mean? That's when that fucking came to me, because I always tell people, like, so new metal just really fucking locked. I mean,
Okay.
Korn being one specifically, and mainly because of Jonathan Davis's story.
Okay.
You know, he talks of like the things that happened to him as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I would hear that, and I was like, "Fuck, this is the first time I've ever felt a connection with this thing that I love."
It's cool, man.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and Korn, like, you know, the new metal, like all that shit, it's just so heavy,
Yeah.
and that was the sound I was hearing at home, so it made sense.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So that sound just like you know, made sense, and I fucking was like, yeah, this is what home is like. You know, like all the
Broken-
abuse.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
right,
just
right.
like that was the sound my house was making.
Right.
No pun intended, but Pop Roach, Broken Home.
Yeah.
All those songs, right?
Yeah.
They were touching all that stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Interesting.
So like I would hear it, and it just made so much fucking sense. And like, you know, all the
cool.
new metal and stuff, that was like, it was basically saying like, yo, this is what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is what you're going through. And I was like, fuck yeah. I was
really
with
connected
it.
to that, yeah.
Really connected, man. And it like, it was a big savior for me. I remember, man, I like when everybody would go to sleep in the house, I go out to the living room, make sure everyone was sleeping. I would just like softly I have this weird gift where I can hear music at its lowest point because I would play it softly. So my stepfather wouldn't come out.
Hear it, yeah.
Yeah. So I would just sit there and listen to it like for fucking hours and still wake up for school and go do shitty. But but I was just so like I needed it.
Yeah.
It was like this fucking drug to me. Like I just needed it.
Wow.
And then as I'm just so into this stuff, I'm in junior high. And I take a guitar class, because it offered guitar class.
Cool.
And it was fucking fun. And then, one of my buddies was like, "Hey man, you want to be in a band?" This is when the ska stuff like came around. I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Because I love music, I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's fucking do it."
Mm-hmm.
And and I was like 2 weeks into the fucking guitar, but I caught on pretty quick because I could just hear it, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I just need to see someone do it, and it's like, oh, there it is. But I know it's so weird. But
what's your pops think about you playing guitar then?
Oh, same shit. Yeah. Same shit, man.
Worse,
all the way. So when my buddy asked me to join, he started showing me all these ska bands, and then
Real Big Fish.
Yeah, all of
Boss
it, dude.
Tones, all that shit.
Less Than Jake, all of it. Is that me? Oh.
No.
But
it was a huge wave down there.
Huge wave, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so then his younger brother, would wear this Black Flag shirt. And I saw those bars, the bars, yeah, as I have it on right now. But I saw those bars, and I was like, man, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's Black Flag. And I was like, what is that?
Right.
I was like, I need to know about this,
Yeah.
because there's something about that bars logo when you see it.
Totally.
No
It's just like that stamp is fucking right
powerful,
there.
man,
Yeah, and I was like, I need to know the backstory of this. And so, he takes me to this computer. This is when you can like download music on this thing. No, before Napster.
Okay.
Kazaa.
Okay.
There's this thing called Kazaa.
Kazaa.
It was before Napster, right before Napster.
Okay.
It eventually like what Napster when Napster was created, but he downloaded this video, and it was Rollins like first year in Black Flag. So he's all skinny.
Yeah.
He only has the bars logo tattoo, right?
Hard.
And it was a Target video, and it was fucking Rise Above.
Sick.
And I just saw Rollins, and I was like, and then you see the bars logo as the backdrop, and I'm like, and it's just that. It doesn't even say Black Flag, but it's just that. And I was like, this is something fucking else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was like, this is fucking wild. And I just see Rollins just fucking, moving the way he's moving, and it's just like, I need this. Yeah. I was like, I need this. And I was like, who's that guy? He's like, oh, that's Henry Rollins. And that day I was like, Black Flag is it, man. And that was when, And then that was when, so like I said, the new metal was like, this is what you're going through.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I took from Black Flag that day, it was like, this is what you're going through, but here's what you're going to do about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I released it too.
Yeah. And it's
like,
like, you're going to stand the fuck up for yourself.
mm-hmm.
And now it's like, there it is.
Wow.
That's why I was, and I say punk is like my blood because I feel like, that was always in me. It just needed to fucking ignite.
Totally.
And when I saw, you just hear those lyrics, rise above, and I was like, fuck. And the way it was sounding, like the thing with punk is just like this, like these short, fast songs. It's like to the point, right there.
Not candy coated at all.
It's just straight to the fucking point. And I was like, yep, there it is. And that day, I remember I was just like, I was fucking. This is
my shit. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man.
The Damage record is a fucking perfect album. Man.
Oh yeah,
so good.
What a perfect album to fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Even
his solo shit too, like the first Rollins record with
Rollins,
the Black Coffee.
Yeah,
Coffee,
dude, he's got
around.
Yeah, dude. It was just like he just made so much sense to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
He just made so much sense.
That became your favorite band from the jump, right there.
Oh, right there, man.
Yeah,
right there. It was just like fuck yeah. Then once I remember I went to this record store in Mesa called Rockaway Records. I'll never forget it. It's not there anymore, but I remember it's just so vivid. I remember walking in there, walking to the fucking, you know, the way I got money, I would panhandle outside of Ross because I thought Ross was like the poppin' area.
Are you serious, Ross?
Yeah, I thought Ross was like this fucking
Wow, I
rich
bought
ass
it there,
store.
Ross.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought Ross was like the rich ass store.
Ballers up in
Yeah,
here.
right. Yeah.
Oh shit. That's fucking amazing, man.
So yeah, man, I would go to that Ross and I would panhandle outside, just being this little kid, and people were so nice and like, oh, I'm just looking for $1, and they would hook me, and I'd get hooked up, right?
Wow.
And then so I would go to the Rockaway Records, and I just started getting a bunch of CDs, dude. Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, Dealing with It.
Yeah, right.
Like I was like, this is fucking a GBH. Fucking
Give me fire.
yeah, like it was
Yeah.
just like, I mean,
Yeah, once you have Black Flag, it opens the doors to everything else.
dude, I
Circle
needed
Jerks,
it all.
Kennedys.
I
Right,
needed
yeah.
it fucking all, man. I needed it
That's
all.
the gateway right there. The Black
Yeah.
Flag and together shit. Yeah.
And then going to the shows, like this is when I knew it was so real. And I don't know if I told you the story yet, but so GBH and Circle Jerks came to town.
What year would this be?
This was I want to say 03.
Okay.
It was 03. They came to the Marquee Theater, right? And obviously, I fucking love GBH and Circle Jerks, So I was so fucking stoked to see them. But it was weird because I was like, oh, they have barricades. That's kind of weird. I didn't, because most of the shows I was going to, there was no barricades. I was like, why? I was like, we all fucking jump around, we do our thing,
Yeah.
Like why is there barricades? But I was like, whatever, And Circle Jerks went first, and just explosive.
Destroyed
Explosive. I was like, damn, GBH ain't even on yet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
make it yeah, but go on the story because I've seen this happen with
Yeah.
GBH.
So, so Circle Jerks,
Smashed it.
So then, they close with Nervous Breakdown,
Wow.
and Keith goes, "Come up if you want to sing it." He says it to the crowd, right?
Oh shit.
And I was like,
This is my moment.
dude, I was like, this is my fucking moment.
Wow.
So, as soon as that started, I fucking hopped over. I didn't even get to the,
Yeah.
hop over, and I get tackled by a security guard. Hard as fuck. Like we break I don't know if it was a speaker or something down there.
Yeah.
Monitor or something. We broke something. And he's like holding me down. He wouldn't let me get up.
Fuck.
Right? Holding me the fuck down. And I'm like squirming. I wasn't as big as I am now, so it was easy to fucking tackle me. You know what I mean? So, I was 16 when this happened. 16.
Damn.
Yeah, I was 16. And he's holding me down, and I'm freaking out. And then all of a sudden I see his head like bobbing. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I just hear, get the fuck off him. Get the fuck off him. And then he gets off me. And then a hand reaches out, and it was Keith Morris.
Damn, it's got goosebumps, bro.
It was Keith
It's
Morris.
fucking sick.
Keith Morris pulled me up, right?
Wow.
Yeah, pulls me up on stage, and I'm like, he's singing, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll go over his shoulder and just fucking sing with him. I'm like, crazy, and then he looks at me, and he just fucking gives me the mic, and he let me finish the song. I don't know if it was the crazy part.
shit,
It was the last
bro.
verse. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
on film at all? No.
No,
That'd be sick.
dude, it was crazy.
Incredible.
That's
I was so excited. I did a
incredible,
backflip right after. Yeah. And it's so funny. Like there's some like
That's
like
amazing,
people that were
bro.
at that show.
I saw that, yeah.
And they'll see me now and they'll bring it up. They're like, dude, remember that time you got on when Circle Jerks were playing and it fucking,
It's actually cool. It's not on film. It's just a moment.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
fucking
And it was
dope.
like,
Yeah.
that's when I knew what I was a part of was so fucking real.
Yeah.
And it was so, just fucking, yeah, we're
Community,
all fucking,
man.
yeah, it's a community.
Yeah.
But like the thing about this, the punk rock community is that it's all about thinking for yourself.
Yep.
It's like, hey, yeah, we all enjoy this music together. We all come to do this thing and rally together at this point in time. But like, you still got to think for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing I fucking learned.
Yeah.
It's just so real. And like the way Keith just helped me, I didn't know like, that would happen. Like this guy I fucking idolized that I've just been, following, listening to fucking group sex,
Yeah.
and just fucking red tape, like, and I didn't think, I looked at these guys as a fucking star.
And they're up here, but
the way someone would look at like fucking Beyonce
Yeah,
is
or
the way I was
Ozzy
looking.
yeah.
Is the way I was looking at these guys.
Totally.
So like the fact that he pulled me up and did that, to this fucking, little 16-year-old kid, and I was just like, fuck, this is
amazing.
real.
Yeah. I think that's what really separates punk and hardcore from everything else is that, granted there was a barricade at the show, which usually doesn't happen unless you're playing with like a bigger venue, but like you're equal. Like you could see Milo after Descendants play out by the merch hanging out. Oh my God, just play and say what's up to him. A great show, and you could say something to him.
Yeah.
Unlike the arena rock bands, you're never getting a chance to say, Ozzy, you killed it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like not that it's bad music, but it's such a
It's just this thing that's just so
the connection with the fans that the bands, the artists have is something that's very unique. It's not like that in any other scene.
100%.
Really, it feels that way. It's always from the very beginning. Like you could go up and talk to the guy from the band who's probably selling shirts. Or a lot of times it's just really easy to get in contact with them. So.
It was like I remember when I went and saw Rollins speak back in 2012. I remember like he just walked outside because there's people that wanted to meet him. And then
Quiet Max.
There's people that just wanted to meet him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the venue had put a barricade right there, like one of the smaller barricades.
Yeah.
And like the coolest shit ever, Rollins just fucking pushes the barricade aside and it's like just started meeting people.
Right.
Totally.
Taking pictures. Like
he's not down with that shit.
Yeah.
that was
like he
always
literally
something-
completely just like,
Right.
get that fucking thing out
I
of here.
think it's commendable. It's such a rarity that would happen, as far as in any other scene. But I did see it like, or knew about it happening was like bands that would do that in the big like metal picture was like Pantera would actually do that.
Wow.
Like after the show,
Oh, they
we're going
go
to
out
be
and
hanging
meet
out. We're going to be
shit.
drinking. Everybody join. Who's going to join
Damn.
in? And let's hang
Wow.
out.
That's fucking
like,
awesome.
that was like the attitude was
Yeah.
really open like that. Just like, yeah, come up and talk.
Yeah.
And that's something that's so great about that whole scene. Like I think that whole punk rock, hardcore scene is really the moment. Like living in that moment is so special,
100%.
and it felt like that was so important to so many people.
Yeah.
Just like, this is now. This is happening
Yeah,
now.
right
This
now.
Is,
Right
so,
now. It's so real.
Like,
More real than like you can actually fucking imagine.
Right,
I was
right.
like, I'm on stage with Circle Jerks right now. What the fuck?
And he pulled me up here and gave
He
me the
pulled
mic.
me up here.
yeah.
It's fucking
It's-
amazing.
Gave me the mic.
I think other bigger bands are like, you can't touch my mic. This is my song.
Yeah.
Depends. But I love the fact that you come from hardcore and you're in Sepultura, which is a metal band, but they have hardcore roots.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
really come from hardcore.
Right.
And so being in Sepultura and being a hardcore kid that got this gig in Sepultura, you kind of have that hardcore connection with the crowd still, right?
Yeah, I definitely try to keep that going. It was so important to me. Like, you really
100%.
brought back a lot of memories, especially with like Black Flag and Rollins. And I really loved I didn't realize that he wrote. Once I discovered that Henry Rollins was writing books,
Word.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I can really understand where this guy is coming from about being an outsider, having a hard time adjusting with people, but then finding that connection, sticking up for yourself, and despite of all the controversy going on, because he was getting spit on, kicked at,
Word.
punched,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo,
Those videos of them from
Right.
fucking
But he would
back
hit
in the
back.
day.
he would hit
Badass.
back,
Yeah.
and I was like, yes, and it really was helpful, like growing up, and you reminded me of that, like feeling like an outsider, like in school and everything, and then going to shows like, oh my God, this is the moment.
This is fucking great. Yeah. I'm like, like every like major point or anything that's ever, happened in my life, like a lot of it roots back to a lot of punk rock.
Yeah.
I remember like I've gone through 3 different anger management teachers, and which like shocks the world because everyone's like, you're so nice. And I'm like, I've worked really hard at it.
I saw that you stand up to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But my last anger management teacher, this great guy named Chip Chilton, he was fucking phenomenal, and he goes, oh, he likes these things. He likes punk rock. He's a big Henry Rollins geek. All this. Here we go. Okay, I got this. And so he would use these things that I liked to help me with my anger. And he knew of Rollins. It was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
This how dope he was. So He was actually my psychology teacher in college.
Wow. Okay.
And I remember I was always quiet, as usual. But I didn't really fuck with a lot of teachers, but I was like, I really like this guy. And so every day I would go up and shake his hand, right? Just before class started.
That's cool.
And just because I just fucking liked to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. So I was like, I just like this guy, hey, what's up, man? Good morning.
Yeah.
And one day I was in my other anger management class. I know, right?
You had 2 anger management.
So
I find this hard to believe.
I know, right?
Me
Yeah.
too, man. That guy's always smiling.
I know,
smile.
right? So, and Chip had walked by, and then I saw him the next day at class, and I was like, "Hey, do you know the lady that I was talking to?" And he was like, "Oh no, I don't know who she is." I was like, "Oh, you don't?" I was like, "Oh, well, that's my anger management teacher," and he was like, "What? What?" He was, "I would have lost $1 million." And I was like, "I mean," and then he goes, "Why don't I make you angry?" And I was like,
Wow.
I don't know. You're a nice guy. And he's like, "No, why don't I make you angry?" He's like, "Do you realize every day you come in and shake my hand, do you know how much I appreciate that?"
Wow.
I was like, no. I was like, I just do it because I think you're cool, and then he kept asking. He goes, "I want you to go home." And he goes, I want you to think about why I don't make you angry." And I was like, okay. And I literally went in my dorm room that day, and I was just like, fucking, I cannot figure it the fuck out. So then I told him, I was like, "Chip, I'm sorry, man. I couldn't figure out why the fuck you don't make me angry."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, come by my office." He goes, "We're just gonna sit and chat." He goes, not as a doctor to patient, not as a teacher to student,
Yeah.
just friends. Can you handle that? And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." And I remember going in his office, and he just has all this shit. He's a big Hendrix guy. He's got pictures of Hendrix.
Sick.
He's got a Fender. He got a Strat in there, in his office. He has all these collectibles that he just fucking. And he's like, "Sit down," and I was looking at that fucking Strat, but and I picked it up or whatever. He let me play it, and he was like, "You're the first person to ever touch that damn guitar."
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh shit." He was like, "Yeah," and so then he was like, "Okay," he goes, "Tell me about yourself." I was like, "Well, I'm a cheerleader here on campus. I love punk rock." He was like, "Oh, you love punk rock?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, tell me some bands you like." And I was like, "Dude, you're a fucking teacher, And I was like, "You're not gonna know." And he's like, "Try me." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Black Flag." Not only did he tell me about Black Flag, but he shifted into like the Germs.
Damn.
Wow.
And then Circle Jerks. And then he shifted, and I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Damn.
So that's how dope he was.
fucking
And then,
awesome.
and then right then and there, like, we locked in. So, like, I told him I love Rollins or whatever, and I would just watch Rollins videos all the time in my fucking dorm room. Big fucking geek for this guy. And
I love it.
which I have a cool fast forward story on that one.
Can't.
So, there's this one Rollins interview that everyone would go hard on Rollins for. But if you really look at it and really pay attention to it, you can understand it. And yes, he was a little aggressive, but it's just where this kid is trying to interview him. I don't know if you guys know this interview. Anyways, this kid's trying to interview him, and he's like trying to be like all like, "What's up with Black Flag? You guys are changing your style up?" Like one of that shit, right?
Yeah.
That
Been there.
Yeah. "Oh, you guys selling out." Rollins just like, Rollins just looking at the dude like this, and the kid made the mistake when he goes, "Oh, you look like you want to say something," and gives the mic to Rollins. Right? Well, that's where the kid fucked up. Because obviously this is Rollins' long hair, a little bit longer hair.
Yeah.
Okay. He's
Short shorts.
Kira was in the bass player
Okay.
at that time. And then, there's, he's sitting there talking to this kid, and then he just fucking, because he knew what this kid was doing. And like, yeah, he's got to be sick of it because they're just trying to fucking,
Poke
just like calling him out about my war.
Yeah.
Like, "Well, it was my war," like, "Why don't you play TV Party?" And it's just dumb shit like that.
Yeah, we've been there, Derek.
Yeah. And the kid just, and then Rollins just fucking destroys this kid with just fucking like knowledge, above and beyond than what like the kid did not fucking win.
Yeah.
And I just loved the interview because I just liked, Rollins.
Yeah.
But my anger management teacher was like, "Do you see what he did?" And I was like, yeah, he fucking, he's Henry
Schooled him.
Rollins,
Yeah.
He's like, he was like, he took this anger and this rage that he has in him, and he didn't hit him. He didn't beat the kid up, because that's what I was doing. All I knew was violence.
Gotcha.
So that's how I wanted to react.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all of that was just words. He's like, all that was just words, Yes, the conversation was probably aggressive, but it was still just strictly words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and he was, and I was like, I took that and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, damn. So I would always watch that video. And he was so good. Chip was so good because like he never let me talk bad about my stepfather, and he never talked bad about him. All anger management teachers I had never let me talk bad about him.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Never let me talk bad about him. And like I remember one time we were talking, and I was like, Chip, I don't have any confidence because of my stepfather. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, it's your confidence. It's not his.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with him. He's like, it's yours.
He doesn't own it. Yeah.
Yeah, when he said, he was like, bullshit. When he said that, I was like, what? And he was like, it's yours. And I took that and like, all of it, like, so that whole anger shit, it stemmed from like, punk rock, like helping me understand it through punk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what's wild about, what it's done for me. It's bigger than like, it's beyond, our beliefs. It's just this music here. There's a foundation to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a true foundation to it. Like
Absolutely.
it's so funny because I listen to so much shit. I just love music. But I like Oasis.
I know that's your jam. That's your shit.
That's my fucking shit.
I love them too, man. I fucking love that.
That's
band.
my fucking shit right there.
Yeah.
But people see that and they're like, well, how can you listen to, it's like, no, that's not, dude, it's whatever the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
I was like, I don't have to explain anything to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Don't.
Yeah.
It's not going to have to explain to somebody if you're looking at a piece of art like, I love Rembrandt. You're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with you, Rembrandt? Really? Get out of here.
Especially like when you're in the punk world, it's like you only have to listen to punk. It's like, nah, dude.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you fucking don't.
People be so
Yeah.
shocked when they heard like every one of my friends who sings in hardcore bands what they really listen to
Right.
at their house, like
Yeah.
Sade, all kinds of shit.
This is
You live it and you play it.
Because you mean, you want to break from the
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want
Yeah.
to break from it. And
And that's what's really cool about Rollins, like reading about him, how he's such a fan of like Ozzy, like Black Sabbath.
oh yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. He loves Black
Yeah.
Sabbath. I was like, it's not only like punk, I was assuming that he would only.
He loves so much. Oh, so fast forward. So I move out to LA, and I want to say I moved out to LA March of 2018, August of 2018. I was a manager. My manager Andy Farrick discovered me at the Comedy Store, and he, we're talking and chopping it up about like what me as a comedian, me as a person, like getting to know me, and I remember he hit me like, like a couple weeks later or something like that. He's like, I'm gonna get you a gig opening for Rollins. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I was like, bro, I moved here March 2018, August 2018. Like, it was just too, I was like, yeah, this is fucking Hollywood talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's on my list of Sonic Temple Music Fest.
yeah. So he hits me with that. He goes, I'm going to get you that gig, man. Because he didn't even know I was a fan of Rollins. I think he just looked up my shit. And then all of a sudden, after he said that, like 2 weeks later, he calls me. He goes, you're going to be opening for Rollins at a music festival. I was like, what? I was like, this fucking guy's serious? I was like, are you serious? He's like, yep. Dude, man, our trailers were connected.
Wow.
Yeah.
Had you not met him yet at this point?
I met him like when I would go see him speak.
Okay.
But like to officially meet him, no, this is the first time.
Were you nervous?
Nervous. So it's so funny. And that day I was, I wear so many shirts, band shirts that like, I don't even know which ones I put on anymore.
So you might have Black Flag on that day?
No, I didn't have
Okay.
I had on an Ian MacKaye
Sick.
shirt. I had on an Ian MacKaye shirt. And he goes, minor threat. I was at the first show, which was December something. Like his
him and he got that knowledge, but
the things he just listed off right there.
That's his best friend. Yeah,
and I was like just so quick. Like minor threat, saw them December, blah blah blah. You know, this 1980. You know, like the first show ever. And just immediately as soon as I walked up.
Damn.
Wow.
As soon as I walked
sick
up,
intro,
yeah, sick intro. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he's such a real. I mean, you see the tattoos, you see him, and you know, and I'm sitting there talking to him, and he's just great. He was like, you're gonna have a blast out there, man. He goes, I know you know we don't do these, but he goes, everyone's gonna show up for this. And I was like, oh, for real? He's like, yeah, because at a point everyone's sick of the and they want to like, you know, sit down. So we were in this comedy tent, and you know, we're sitting there talking. Oh, I even told him, I said, my anger management teachers would use your videos to help me. And I was like, one specifically, and I named the one. He goes, they use that video to help you. Because he gets flack for it.
Yeah, that's so dope. You have a conversation with him now.
Yeah, he even grabbed my shoulder. He was like, they use that video. You know, I was like, yeah. I was like, well, it's okay. It was okay. But I was like, and I broke it down to him as to why they used it. And he was like, oh, okay. You know, he goes, you know, I still get flack for that video. People were like, you were so mean to that kid. He was like, oh, it was so long ago, you know, and you know, he knows he's evolved, you know. But one of the coolest things, man, because Rollins is different. The first Rollins I saw was, you know, when I was 13 years old, that Rise Above video.
Of course.
So, you know, I get off stage, and first of all, Tom Morello's up. Because Tom Morello, came on, and he told me I was funny as shit, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, Tom." So I'm watching Tom, and you know, and I see Rollins, you know, pacing,
right,
and I was like, "There it is." I was like, "It's still in there. It's still in there." And I kind of walked in because I wanted to get a water, and I kind of walked in his sight, you know, as he's like pacing. He was quite of a distance away. And I think he just saw something moving out his peripheral, and he looks over and he gives this he was in the middle of this like getting himself amped, and he does this look that I haven't seen in years. You know what I mean? From all the videos I've seen Rollins, and he gives this look that I'm like, there it is. I was like, it's still in him. I was like, it's still fucking there. I was like, it's still fucking there. And it was like one of the fucking coolest moments ever. And then. So he goes up, I'm watching him, and, you know, he's so great. And I remember after he got off stage, you know, a couple fans that came up to me and were like, hey, man, really loved your stuff. And Rollins stood right there until they were done talking to me just to say bye to me.
Damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
He was like, Shapel, pleasure to meet you. And I'll see you out there. And I was like, fuck yeah, you will. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll see you, you know. But yeah,
what
man.
a great moment in a hang to
Yeah.
like build up your whole life. This guy's been like almost like a guidance counselor if you haven't even known him. You know what I mean?
Dude, and you know, he doesn't know. Hopefully, you know, I would love to have another conversation with him again. But like, you know, like he like, you know, I got fucking Search and Destroy and Raw Power tattooed on me, you know, and that's because he should like he considers that like he goes, this should be people's intro to fucking the shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Iggy Pop's Raw Power, and you know when he's, you know, that's how I got into Iggy Pop because of Rollins, and you know, and, it's so funny. I think I am wearing it. Yeah,
my old neighbor.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, he lived on the same floor.
Oh, shit, an avenue.
James Westenberger. He lived on the same
Washington
floor.
Square Park.
Across from Tompkins Square Park.
That's where I lived in that building. Man,
yeah, the
years.
Christodora.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he was on the floor. And my girlfriend at the time was like, you know that James is there. I was like, James? He's like, Iggy? I was like, what?
And he lived in your building?
Yeah, I mean, we were doing laundry on the same floor.
That's fucking awesome.
Because in New York, you know, they have, I mean, this was a fancy building, so there was laundry machines on the floor.
Yeah.
And so on each floor, and I...
Sell out.
No, but now I'm thinking about it. I was like, that's so horrible. Like now I'm like, I can't believe we didn't have it in our place.
Yeah.
But anyway, James was there. And
that's so funny.
I didn't know that was his name. I didn't know that.
Yeah, James. Yep.
James. Yeah.
But yeah,
Holy
man, like
shit.
in like
Yeah, he's heavily influenced by Rollins. That's why I was like, who was influenced Rollins? I was like, I see.
You see it.
The
you know,
physicality on stage.
Yeah, and like Iggy gives 100% the whole fucking set.
Oh yeah,
and Rollins the same fucking way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like there's just so much I've learned from following a guy like Rollins.
Almost like a father figure. In a sense.
100%.
Yeah, I had that with Ian and Kevin Seconds growing up. For sure.
Right on.
Yeah.
Without him even really knowing it. Like there's this thing like I'm like he's like I've understood the importance of learning by paying attention to Rollins.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how does this guy fucking know so much? And I was like, because he never caps himself off. Think about it. Like he goes out and travels these places and he documents it.
Right.
He documents it so fucking heavy. And you look at Get in the Van.
Yeah.
That he started it right there. And he's never stopped that. And that was one of the things. And so fast forward to like me moving to LA. I documented it from the start.
It's awesome.
I just started journaling every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Just started documenting it.
It's funny. It had that effect on me too. I started writing a
Yeah.
journal because of reading Rollins and
it's just
studying
like,
him. I was like, this guy is so focused, man.
Yes.
No
the focus
drugs,
is,
no
the
alcohol.
focus is fucking insane. The focus is insane. And I was like, oh, that's where it is right there. So I don't know. We all have that fucking in us. We just got to find what's our way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think finding punk and hardcore, because you said you're like a quiet, kind of shy kid, did it make you
loud? Yeah.
Yeah, and like come out more and like express yourself, and that's cool, man.
Yeah, I would stand up to my stepfather because of that, Like it was just like, oh no, you're not gonna fucking hit me. Yeah, don't touch me.
Wow.
Yeah, nope.
That's fucking powerful, man.
And
so what was it like?
I'd shove him back. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm little. Fuck it. I gotta do something.
What was the final thing to get you to move out? Like, what was the final thing where you decided to move in with that family?
Oh no, my stepfather had kicked me out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
yeah,
right,
eventually he kicked me out because I started outsmarting him.
Right.
And how was when you got adopted? How was that new family with you playing guitar, being into skateboarding and punk rock?
They just let me be. Just let me be.
That's cool.
And and they still didn't know the home life in detail.
Did they have kids?
Yeah. So
they did. So you were
you have 3 little sisters. Yeah,
and they were cool. Like
they were good because they were younger. They already knew me.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were they were little babies, but they already knew me because I had been in part of the cheer gym for a minute. So they already knew who I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
pretty commendable of them to really do that. I mean,
take you in.
Yeah.
And now I'm just cool with everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like even reconnected with my biological father almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which was fucking cool because my biological father is straight up gangster. So we're polar fucking opposites.
Wow.
He's
in AZ?
Yeah, he's in AZ. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
he
so
did 17 years total.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you ever get with the girl that you moved there for?
Oh yeah. Back to the story.
Oh fuck no.
That never happened. You followed her all the way to school.
Followed all the way to
cheerleading.
Just kept getting good at cheerleading.
Holy shit! So then you went there for the girl, but then you probably became a really great cheerleader and loved.
Yeah, because
I
I just fell in love with it.
Wow!
I fell in love with cheerleading, man. It was just so different.
Yeah.
It was just damn, this thing is fucking cool. Because originally I taught myself how to do flips when I was 5.
That's so.
Because I loved all the fucking
jar shit.
I'm so
dude,
jealous.
I loved the we were the old school fucking Wu-Tang movies, the 36 chain, that shit, the Asian dubbed fucking kung fu films. I would see that shit and I'd fucking flip out, man. And I was like, that's fucking cool, And then all of a sudden the Ninja Turtles and I'm learning about all these martial arts shit and then just seeing them do the flips and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah. So then I just taught myself how to do it. So yeah, I already knew how to do flips when before I joined cheerleading. So when I tell people, I was it actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of set up for it.
And how long did you do that for in Louisville?
No, so I started. This was all in Arizona.
Okay.
So I did the club cheer, high school, all that in Arizona, and then went to Texas to junior college, and then on to University of Louisville. But so yeah, but my total years of cheerleading was 12 years.
Wow,
Holy
12
shit.
years?
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking sick. And you won competitions and shit like that? And all
Yeah,
that?
world champ.
No way. There is. So wait a
Who
minute.
is this
hold
guy?
on.
Yeah.
Let's break this down.
Yeah.
So there's full on competitions. Is it just something that happens in the U.S. or
No, it's all pretty much all over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's international.
So you traveled and doing shit like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
That's
I remember first time I ever got on an airplane, I was like 15. I didn't even tell my fucking mom or anything like that. I didn't say anything. I just got on there. I was like, fuck it. I was like, yeah.
How long did you go away for? Was it a weekend thing or something?
Yeah, weekend thing.
Oh my!
So was it an all male team?
And then I got back because I told my brother, I was like, dude, I'm getting on an airplane.
Holy shit! So it's an all male cheerleading team?
No, it was all male. So it's like
Sick.
but it's co-ed. So like,
yeah.
you know, you have X amount of boys and X amount of girls. But yeah.
My wife was a cheerleader too. I got pictures of her jumping off the top of the thing, doing backflips off the pyramids and all that shit.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's so fucking cool. I never made like a male.
Yeah,
a male
it was so
cheerleader.
funny, man. Because I remember when I joined, like people were like, "Oh,
Talking shit.
well, not,
You're my first male cheerleader.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not even like talking shit. They're like, you sure you want to do that? And I was like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
Fuck
Right,
it,
yeah.
why not? But like no one's ever picked on me for being a cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just thought it was cool because it was like, fuck, look how good he is.
Right.
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
so good that no one like thought of it to like be this weird thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
They're like, look at the fucking flips he does, and he can hold that girl with one arm. Like,
Right.
like look at this shit, dude.
Yeah.
So,
What did your parents think about it?
They didn't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you still do a backflip? Like just stand there and do a
Yeah.
backflip? Wow. Shit, I'm gonna get that
I
on
am
film after
so
this.
jealous,
Yeah.
man.
That's fucking sick. That's some HR bad brain shit.
I
Yeah.
know. That's where
When
I
he
was
starts
like,
singing for a hardcore, when he start doing
I
bring
know.
that shit back.
Uh-huh.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing, man. And then what was like your first exposure? When did you realize you want to be a comedian?
Oh, someone dared me.
Okay.
That was all it
Really?
was. Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
always
It's so
when-
funny. The things I've gotten into.
they dared you. I mean, what are they like? I dare you to go on stage and
Well,
be
I
funny.
was, this is back in the drinking days, but in Kentucky, my friends would do these like acoustic nights
Yeah.
at a bar, and they would just do covers, And one night they had called me up, and I just told a story, about how I wrote a love album for a girl, and she didn't like it, or whatever. But it's a great fucking album in my opinion. But but I wrote this love album about this girl that I liked, and I just told that story, and then people were just dying laughing. You know what I mean? And I remember I got off stage, and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought I was just my friend was like, you should do comedy. And now here's the thing: I was the type of drunk that I'd go. I was always like, say I won't do something, I won't do something. And, so like I was drunk and he was like, you won't do it. And I was like, say I won't, and then all of a sudden, like, cause I didn't know, I was like, I don't know anything about comedy.
Yeah.
Only thing I knew of comedy was, Kings of Comedy,
Yeah.
Okay.
Raw Delirious,
Great.
and, Kill 'Em Softly, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was all I knew, but I didn't think that was something that like anyone could do. I thought like, oh, these guys, because I knew them as far as like, being in films, being on TV. I was like, oh, that like they can do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not anyone can just do that.
Right.
I didn't think, but like, I got into it. I remember I studied, comedy for like 2 months straight.
How did you study it? I mean,
I just would watch it
okay.
Over and over. Yeah.
over and over and over and over. Just watch it,
Mm-hmm.
to see like what.
Eddie Murphy Delirious, amazing too, man.
Oh yeah.
All that shit.
So yeah, I would watch that, and it's like, oh, okay, everyone has their own style. Okay, there it is. Okay, that's what, and I kind of just took it, and, I remember, my comedy story is pretty wild. Like, I've been doing it for like 8 years.
Yeah.
It would have been 10, but I quit after my brother passed away back in 2013.
Okay.
So I started in 2010,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother passed away 2013. I was still trying to do it.
Wow.
But I wasn't like, I was just like, fuck, this sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't want to fucking make anyone laugh. I went through this fucking downward.
Dark.
Here's my VH1
Behind the music.
behind the music.
Shapel Lacey.
They always have that fucking downward.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It always comes at like
Oh,
the
yeah.
20-minute mark.
Definitely.
It's like,
20-minute
oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
So we got,
So
we
wait
had
for it.
some dark, depressing times.
Yeah, man. The drinking was like, I started drinking in a way that I shouldn't have been, Like I was just like drinking because, I was like, it was making me sad. I was trying to run away.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying
Right.
to fucking run away.
Drinking alone.
Drinking alone,
Oh,
dude. I'd
boy.
go and
Yeah.
sit at a bar by myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Damn.
dude, it was bad. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was out there like, fucking up buildings or, fighting people. But like, it was just like this loneliness that is like, and I don't think being alone is bad.
Right.
Not being, but like the lonely, like you're like,
right.
Damn, you're like in a dark fucking place. You know what I mean? And so I remember one day I just had woke up and I was just like, I gotta fucking quit. I just, I had got drunk the night before and woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
That was your rock bottom.
Yeah. I just stopped, because my brother had died. And then 4 years prior to that, my best friend had died, so like these, and it's like, and the thing about them, they were the two most significant people in my life because, my brother and I, we went through this shit. You know what I mean? Like, our stepfather was pretty hard on us
because
that
shit together.
Yeah, because like we weren't his kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then my best friend, he'd be there like if I'm like after school, he'd wait outside my door because I come running out. And we'd run away to his house, like, very significant people. So, to lose them, I was like, what the fuck do I have left? You know what I mean? So, like, it fucking went down, dude.
Wow.
It went down, especially because, like, I wasn't, I was just, like, now, kind of, like, not getting over, but, like, understanding what happened to me with my stepfather.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, best friend's gone.
Fuck.
Boom, 4 years later, your brother's gone.
And how and they died because of alcohol or no?
Yeah, so my best friend, he got into heroin.
Oh
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And withdrawals. It was a suicide, but the withdrawals,
sucks,
like,
man.
And then my brother, he accidental overdose.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like,
wow.
so like it was that time, man, like it was just like fucking. It was dark.
Yeah.
So like I just went down this fucking, weird path, man, where it was just like, the things I was doing and like just how I was treating myself, you know what I mean? It was just fucking bad. And, so I quit the drinking, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck, this is, that was like the first step.
Yeah.
And then, started getting back into the journaling a little bit, but then things were too real for me, so I started ripping the pages out. You know, like it was like I was like, "Fucking nope," I threw it all away.
Damn, we still going to anger management at the time, or seeing anybody or talking to anybody?
No, I wasn't talking to anybody, bro. I cut everybody off.
Okay.
I
just you lived by yourself at that time?
I lived with my other best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived with him.
Fuck.
And he just kind of like let me be, but he like. Because he knew I would just talk to him, but he didn't like try to pry,
Yeah.
And I was just trying to hide from the world, man. I was just sad, and I remember, I my brother put me as a beneficiary for his life insurance, and so I got $75,000.
Okay.
Right? I fucking hated it. I hated every moment of it.
Wow.
Hated having that money. Hated it.
Damn.
I bought a car. The car eventually got totaled, by a fucking highway patrol dude was driving down he was doing a ride along with a new dispatcher.
Okay.
And they were driving down my street and he had a seizure and fucking
holy
boom.
Fuck.
Yeah, hit my car. Dude, it literally sounded like a fucking Transformers movie was being filmed outside or something. And I walk out and it was just fucking boom. Yeah, it was fucking wild.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, so
now I have no car.
Yeah, so like the car left, and then I hated the money so much. I hated looking at my account and seeing that money. So I just started helping people.
Wow.
And then when I started helping people, and it was organic. It wasn't like, it's just and for some reason helping people was like the first time I like felt good in a while.
Therapeutic and shit.
Yeah, I just felt good.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like I needed anything from I don't need anything for this.
Right.
I don't need it. Like my best friend, he owned his own cheerleading gym and he needed some equipment. He just, he was trying to get his thing rolling. He needed a little bit of help. And I just fucking did it. It's like, here, man, this is for you. Just fucking, take that, And so like, that's how I got rid of all that money. And I actually felt a lot better that I fucking got rid of it.
That's
because the thing was like, I can get 75 grand again.
Totally.
I can't get my brother back.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like, everyone thought, some people thought it was like crazy that the way I just got rid of
But
it.
it actually makes a lot of sense. It seems that, your brother put you there, as the beneficiary, and it helped in so many ways of you kind of getting out of the situation that you're in by giving to other people.
Yeah.
Which is really.
Yeah. Well, because that's the way he was. You know what I mean?
So,
like, that's the way he was.
Yeah.
He was just a fucking, you use my car? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
So like I just started to feel better.
It's awesome.
Started getting on this path. So like that was like, 2013 is when it all popped, and then 2016 is when I got back on stage for the first time, and ever since then, it just fucking.
Yeah, you probably a lot of things to be inspired about going through all the stuff you went through to start talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I got back on stage, that was the first time I like felt good about what I was saying as a comedian.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's all like I just started talking about shit with me. I remember before I was just trying to do these like dumb fucking, we all try to just say something funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just trying to be funny, and that's what it was. It wasn't authentic.
Right.
It was it was just
Because that's what I've always heard from a lot of different comedians and things.
You've been through a lot of pain, though. It's interesting to hear his story.
And you have to really go in yourself and really, that's going to be the where the good stuff is about your real life.
Yeah, 100%.
Not making up stuff.
Yeah.
Like your real life. Like when we saw you do your stand-up for the first time, I'm like, man, there's so many things that we learned about you
Totally.
through your
in like 15
your
minutes.
act. I was
shit.
I was like, wow, I knew that Arizona, like childhood, like all this background information, and in some parts, tragic but funny, and it was like, wow, it's like you really put yourself
making light
out
of
there.
the heavy stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
it's very authentic.
Because I'm like, why not? I was like, if I can get the crowd to understand that I'm okay, then it'll be fine.
Right.
That's all I have to do.
And all the great comedians do that. They use their
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
When he talked about fucking, being burned and shit.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like
harsh,
Yeah.
hardcore stuff, but it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's hardcore stuff, but it's like fucking wow.
Yeah.
Because like I know I'm okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I know I'm fine.
It's
and
good. It's good to vent it and get it out. Just like writing lyrics about personal shit, you going through and write it and sing it and get it out that way.
Yeah.
He's telling his real life story that way
Yeah.
and making it, funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm not scared to do it because I remember, when I have this bit about my abusive stepfather. And when I would talk about it, man, the crowd would just fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
you ever get choked up saying shit?
No. I'm good. Yeah.
You've been through anger management. You're good. You've been through all that
I
shit.
was like, all the choked up shit, that's already out.
Yeah.
But like the crowd, like just fucking, and I'm like, but I had to keep going. I had to figure it out. I had to let it get uncomfortable. I had to do that because how am I going to know when it's good?
Yeah,
It's like, fuck it. This crowd is going to have to deal with the shit.
Yeah.
But there's other crowds, these future crowds,
right.
They're going to get the good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
When did you realize that like it worked for you and you were a good comedian and you wanted to pursue it?
When I first started doing it, I realized I was doing it out of spite. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm doing it out of spite. I feel like I'm just, like I'm mad. And then that's when I really dug into not letting go with love.
Okay.
Forgiving with love.
I love that.
And being okay with him. That's why I was able, and that helped me be able to do that joke.
Okay.
Because I had to, dude, I would journal, like every fucking journal entry was about him and that situation. Yeah. And it took me like so long to like figure that the fuck out. I was like, there it is. I was like, I gotta chill out.
You're being
obsessive
about
because I would listen back to the I was like, why does it sound so crazy? And it's like, oh, you're angry. You're angry about that. You're angry about that.
And a lot of energy going into that hate.
Yeah, and they feel it because they're like, oh shit, this guy should probably talk to him.
you think he's ever seen any of your stuff online or anything or any of your
I don't know. I hope he has.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I would love. I always say I would love to sit down and have a conversation about it all.
Yeah,
right.
There's something to talk about. That's the cool thing to me. Fuck this, like being like against them type shit. It's like we have there's something to be talked about because you know, like my mom and him, they still see each other because I have a brother with special needs.
Okay.
So like whenever like the doctor's appointments or they help him out, you know, whatever he needs help with. You know, so he'll always ask about me, and you're like, oh, you know, Shapel doing okay? You know, I'm like, you know, he feels guilty, you know, but like I'm
sure he's proud of you though, man. He just fucking
I think you know, I don't think there's like I think he's, you know, scared to talk to me, but he doesn't have to be, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna fucking, you know, and then there's times where I could tell where he's scared to talk to me because I'd see him and I'd shake his hand and you know he'd be terrified, you know, and it's like, and I'm like, look,
I'm not gonna knock you out, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how the tables turn though. You growing up, you were probably scared as shit to go home too, and it's now that you're a grown ass man, you've been through all this like therapy and all this shit, and now like you're like. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty amazing. You turned all the negative shit to positive shit.
Yeah, and it's so funny because
made a career out of it.
Yeah, I told my mom to tell him happy birthday. I know his birthday. I remember all this shit. You know.
Yeah.
And he gets shocked every fucking
Kill him
year.
with kindness.
I go, listen, I've been telling you happy birthday for the fucking. I was like, it's good, dude. you know, but you know, he's just so shocked about it, and I think he does, you know, feel the guilt of the way he treated me, and like, and it's so funny because my mom and my siblings are like terrified to give me his number. Because they think I'm gonna go crazy on him. I go, listen, I'm fine.
You're like, I'm bigger now.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it'd be a great combo to have, though, man.
Dude, it'd be a dope ass conversation. Why the fuck not? Fuck it.
How old is your dad? How old is he?
He's born in 70. So.
Me too. Same age.
Oh, same age.
Oh
yeah.
my God!
Yeah. Damn, I'm
old.
50.
Damn.
Yeah, 50. Yeah.
Damn, you're young. That's crazy.
God.
You're 49, motherfucker.
I'm younger than you.
You're 71, right?
I'm in the 40 club.
I know he made it seem like it's fucking. I'm younger than you.
Damn, he said 70. I was like, holy shit.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you're all hiding. That's cool, man. 70's tight, man. What was that year like?
Yo, 50's young. That's cool. You still have, I'm saying like
young as hell.
Yeah.
I'm saying you still have time to talk to him, but life is short.
Yeah.
So
True.
if you could talk to him, it'd be great.
Yeah, well,
man.
and then like, you know, like, yeah, like he jumped into
the show, man.
Jumped into the situation with my mom at a young age. He was only, you know, he was 17 when my brother was around, or maybe 17 when I can't remember, but you know, he was a young dude. So it's like, you know, and all he knows is the way he was treated by you know, his family growing up. So like, what do we expect to fucking happen? Do we expect it to fucking just be great when that's all he fucking knew? He never got the chance. He didn't get the things that I got.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't get an anger management teacher.
No.
Right.
He didn't get Keith Morris pulling him the fuck up.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't get any of that.
And who, going back, like who was the person that decided like you need anger management? Was it you made that decision? Or
Shit, I don't think anyone decides on their own that they need anger management. kind of a forceful thing.
I realize I'm being extremely aggressive.
Did somebody say you need that? Did somebody say go take that?
Who was the person?
Okay.
It was high school. My high school.
Guidance counselor?
Yeah, because I tried to fight a dude in class, kicked over a desk and shit, and
damn.
You know, it was like
but it was
like reoccurring. Like,
right.
You know, I tried to beat up the teachers one time. Like, like 5. It was like 4 or 5 of them I tried to fight, and then we had a buff ass principal.
Oh
yeah, and he fucking ran up on me, dude, and shoved me against the wall. Right,
holy shit!
And I'm sitting, I tried to shove back, like fuck you, dude, and he fucking boom, and I said, all right. I was like, yep, you got it, Dr. Hernandez.
Holy
You're good, dude.
shit, man.
Hey, man, we friends. Give me a hug, dog. Come on.
I was just like, I will shit the shit out of you.
Right. He just fucking. But you know, but here's the thing. So that situation, and this is, you know, I never forget it. It hit me, but I didn't get it at the time. You know, I didn't get it till later. But like he shoved me, right? I shoved back. He shoved me again. He goes, I don't want to hurt you.
Damn.
He said that, and that's what made me go, oh shit. I ain't never heard of that before.
Right.
You know what I mean?'s like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you at all.
Fuck,
you know?
man.
I know, and the fucking security guard was going to try to mace me and shit. I said, bitch, I'll spit in your face. I know. Do I need to pull out the mace?
Yes.
I was like, if you don't get away from me.
Security guy was
Were
like,
people scared of you at school?
Oh, yeah, because, people thought,
Were you a bigger kid then? At that
Yeah.
point? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't a bigger kid. It was just I was just so fucking wild.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
You
it's just a
you're
fucking
ready at
ticking
all
time.
times.
Yeah,
You're like,
I didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
You're time bombed.
Yeah. What do you want to do? You want to fight? Yeah. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
That's fucking crazy.
I know.
Man.
I was a wild one. I was just ready for it. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, think about it. Like, yeah, you get that abuse at home, and like you just have these things that you fucking want to release, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't like the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
So like,
everything.
what? Yeah, fuck everything.
Nothing
Why
else to
should I
lose.
care? Why should I care about you? Why should I
Mhm.
care about your fucking feelings?
Yeah.
Huh? You know what I mean? So like, I didn't care. You know?
Are you still like that in your older life? Like you throw down if somebody fucks with you?
No. Oh, would I? If someone
Yeah.
in this? Oh, I would defend myself.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Maybe it's
Somebody
like
step
passive.
to you too.
Maybe, yeah, but maybe it's like,
Oh,
like
like
what's
most
that word?
A
most of the time,
passive-
yeah. Most of the time, people don't like fuck with me because I
Pacifist.
think it's just because my energy is just so different. It's a very non-threat energy.
Yeah, you have such a
Right.
positive, jolly, happy energy.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like
Nobody's
yeah, a
gonna
lot of,
step to you for
yeah.
just to
Yeah.
step to you.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't put like people put that kind of energy out there. I don't like.
Yeah,
If someone, like I'm just more like. I mean, even if someone does say something, I okay.
I love how you stand. We talk about like coming out here and like meeting your first like G friend. You wearing Cortez on the and the different slang, like the West Coast vibe. I love that shit, man.
Super fucking West Coast vibe.
That's
It's
right,
different.
fool.
Yeah,
That's right, fool.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
That's and it's
I love
fun.
that.
It's funny, like I Arizona's predominantly fucking white.
It is?
You know. But like everyone thinks that I got into the music and skateboarding because that was my environment. And it's like, no, that was just shit I discovered on my
I
own.
love that.
You know what I mean? It wasn't because I didn't fucking hang out with anyone. So who am I learning it from if I didn't hang out with anyone?
Yeah,
I had one fucking friend,
yeah.
you know, and his
Yeah.
band was fucking Modest Mouse.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
That was his
But
band.
I love that you discovered
You
shit
know?
and look for shit and like.
Yeah, it's just
awesome,
on that
man.
like search and destroy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like everyone thinks it was like, you know, just because you grew up around white people, that's how you discovered it. It's like that's not how I discovered it, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. It's different than that. You know.
Right, yeah. I mean, not all white people are in the black flag. You know, not all white people are into skateboarding.
Yeah.
True.
You know, the only time I saw people into the same shit I was at the shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally the only fucking time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I did not see it.
Mm-hmm. And at those shows, you feel like you're just part of this whole thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm safe here. This is my. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucked
Otherwise,
Definitely
I was like the
a
only one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. So, you know.
Did you experience like racism from anybody in the scene or
No.
or people
no.
at school because you were like the outcast or anything like that or no, nothing like that?
No, racism. I just think one, the thing I did deal with was I did have struggles with identity issues on a racial level.
Yeah.
Just so many people just said you're not black, you're not black, you're not black, you're not black.
We talked about the same thing with you too, though.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you hear that so much that you start to think that, you know, but I never thought I was white.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
yeah. I knew I wasn't that, but like, with hearing that, like you just, and like when shit goes down in the black community that you see on TV, you know, like the racial injustice stuff, you know, whenever I would see it go down, like I didn't feel like I could say anything or have a voice about it because I was always told
right.
that I wasn't black.
Fuck, man.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like it like, fucked me up. You know, for years, and it wasn't until I reconnected with my biological father.
Wow. Okay.
And we sat down and we just talked, and he was so excited to show me like family history.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
And he was like, "This is your cousin. This is your great grandfather. This is this," and that was the thing that got me with it was he said, "This is your
right.
cousin. This is
Cool.
your great grandfather."
Absolutely.
And I was like, "Oh, I've always been black."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's wild to like say, but that's really what it was.
Mm.
I just didn't feel like, I never thought I was white. I never did that, because that was very fucking obvious, but, that
It's
checks
definitely
out.
The importance of understanding your background, where you come from.
Yeah,
is
and it's
super
like,
important,
I just need to know.
I think it can add so much to who you are, to acknowledge like really who you are. You know.
Yeah,
I think it can be an
100%,
important
man.
thing.
Like I just, to think that you're not a part of something. That's why I always felt like, I did feel like the outcast. I was like, I just like this stuff.
Yeah. You really, you love to be connected to it, man.
Yeah, I was like,
awesome.
I was like, that makes me not something because I like this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about this
with you growing up too,
before.
because you were into punk rock and skateboarding too.
Yeah.
And I was into it, and I remember I started working at Fat Farm, and then everyone there were like, "Yo, what the hell you listening to?"
Yeah.
They're like, "What this devil music?" And they're just like, "Oh my god, it's horrible."
What's a bad brain?
And I was just like, this is what I like. I was secure enough at that age where
But
I
that
was
was like a hip hop store, though,
and there was like
Yeah.
straight up hip hop, and there were people, like
Tripping
coming
on
from
you?
like tripping out, like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm coming from the Boogie Down Bronx, like my name's Casper, like I was just like, all right, I was like, I feel you, I see where you're coming from. And they're like, wow, you have a crazy accent, like, and they're like, what are you saying? What are you trying to? So
Dude,
but after a while,
I'm
they
from Ohio.
but
Yeah.
then they started, just being myself and not being afraid of that and having that strength to, this is my personality. People realize, like, they're just not going to question. They're just like, yo, he likes this shit.
Yeah,
That's who he is,
eventually they were like, yeah, that's
him.
Chappelle,
Yeah, that's-
man.
yeah,
That's Shapel Lacey.
right. Exactly.
That's
It's nothing
who the
to do
fuck
with
he
like,
is, yeah.
right. And that's,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing. You just, to really, when you have a strong understanding of who you are, is
Yeah,
the most important thing.
because I was like, man, I like this stuff too much to just fucking stop listening to
Yeah.
it. I was like,
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. It was like, if people don't like me for it, then I was like, I'd rather that.
Yep.
I'd rather that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
because I really like this stuff.
This shit pretty much saved your life, man.
Yeah.
100%.
You got you on
man.
such a great path, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With everything,
No doubt.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, like I don't know, man. Like there's just so much to take from it. Even now, like
Absolutely,
with
yeah.
doing comedy, like I still hold DIY close to my heart. You know what I mean? Because like there's so much I can do like on my own and create on my own. Like and I've been able to do stuff.
in the real world, out of the punk world. Yeah.
out of the punk world and
Yeah.
taking it to the real world, taking it to my comedy.
I
This
love that,
DIY
man.
with my comedy career. Why not?
Yeah.
Like it applies to so much.
Mm-hmm. When did this become? You've been doing it for a couple of years now. So now it's your career. Is it hard to be a comedian as a
Yeah.
career?
Nah, I love it too much.
Okay.
I mean, well, I love
You
the
have to
hard.
stay
I
hustling,
love
though.
hardships.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I've ever fucking known.
Is it like being in the band, like booking your own like stand up, right? You can travel around.
Well,
do
now I
that?
have like agents and
Yeah,
stuff.
like us, like booking agent. and-
Yeah.
So they handle all that stuff, but like,
Have you had to deal with some serious problem of hecklers? I like
Oh,
to hear our
fuck yeah.
comedians like handle
Yeah.
hecklers because that would drive me crazy. I think
Me too.
like
okay.
I've been on stage, and people have done shit. I'm like, oh, like had to control myself.
I'll give you one of my favorite
Okay,
ones I love to do.
yes.
So like, people know that I've cheered. They see it all over. Like, so like fans will be like, they'll just shout backflip. Now, most of these
Oh,
crowds,
shit, I want to see that too. Go ahead.
most of these crowds are white.
Okay.
So I'll just be on stage like right when I walk on, and they'll be like, do a backflip. And then I just go, slavery ended years ago. I ain't got to do shit. I just say that. And the crowd like erupts because they feel dumb. Like, shut. It's it's very lighthearted, but it's funny to say because, people are just like, yeah, I sure start yelling at this black man on stage.
It's like, you want me to do that backflip now?
Yeah,
or
right.
later?
Yeah, right.
Have you ever done a backflip on stage though?
There was one time, the crowd was just a really
Wow.
good crowd, and they were like,
Wow. That's
but
fucking sick.
but it's very, very fucking rare. Because I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking. This is not a gimmick for
Right,
me.
right.
Yeah.
And there he is, the comedian backflipper.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but when people hear him say that, I used to be a cheerleader. Like, some people don't think that it can be possible.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to prove it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Just
here's a
by-
backflip.
it's kind of
motherfucker.
hard to prove by
Fascinating.
words.
It's
Yeah.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, so like,
Even when I've like never done it, like people will come up to me after the show and they're like, "So you really were a cheerleader?" I go,
Right.
Google the shit. They have it all over fucking Google.
so there's footage of you doing it online. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
so I saw you post a couple of videos too recently, like doing a Black Flag song and a Circle Jerks. No,
yeah.
Bad Brains Attitude and maybe a Circle Jerk song.
What?
Yeah, red tape. Yeah.
Him singing.
Really?
So would
Yeah.
that ever be something you want to do? Like be in a band?
Dude,
Like another, you've been in a band before.
So
right?
so my friends and I, a couple comedians out here, like we talk so much punk rock, and this is like when the quarantine stuff like just had like popped off, and we were just so bored, and you know, we were like, yo, like, you know, you drum, you guitar, you know, I'll sing, you know, and we'll just do some covers, and we'll just film it just for the hell of it.
Yep.
You know, so we went to this practice space out in Burbank. I forget which one it's called. Damn it, fuck it. But went to this practice space out in Burbank, and I sent out like a list of songs. It was like 14 songs of like, you know, covers we wanted to do, and I was like, all right, well let's do Red Tape, and we did that first run through of it, and I was like, holy shit. This is good. And it was just like, we were just so like, because we all practiced the songs by ourselves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nice. And it was just like, when we locked in with it, there's this energy to punk that you just have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's this energy just that, like, if you're into the shit, you just have the energy. It's already set right there for you. So like, that energy that we all have already had, it just fucking boom.
Yeah.
It just fucking
feels great, right? Just fucking screaming.
Feels fucking wonderful. That was my first time. And I was so nervous because I was like, I've never fronted a band. I don't know how the fuck I sound. Because when I was practicing the songs, I'd be like, I turned into a Martian. Whoa, okay.
You gotta fucking belt that
shit.
Yeah,
go. I learned that one. Okay, all right. Let's go. Bad Religion. And suffer.
Stronger with my mind.
Then the mics look at the fucking. I can see you doing punk rock karaoke with Greg Hetson. They posted.
I would love to. Dude, I live for those videos. Do a
Red Tape with them or something.
I live for those videos.
Would you do one?
Fuck yeah, I would. I watch them all.
I'm gonna fucking hit Greg. That'd be
I
sick.
watch them all the time.
He crushed that, dude.
Dude,
Mark McGrath just did one.
Yeah, Mark McGrath. He did
Sex Pistols, bro.
He did Sex Pistols. He did Pretty Vacant.
Yeah.
And then Homeboy from Out just did one.
Moby did he did Iggy Pop, I think.
He did, yeah.
Nice.
I think
man.
Did he do Search and I think he either did Search and Destroy or Raw Power.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, Moby did that. You should do one of that shit too.
Dude, I'm like a weird thing with covers, man. I love seeing other people do it, and I don't know.
Don't you guys cover hardcore songs?
We cover a lot of shit.
What's the one cover you love?
We actually did a Black Flag cover.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did Massive Attack cover is probably my favorite one that we did.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because a lot of people wouldn't expect it. So I like doing stuff like really out there.
Yeah.
You know, if we're going to do a cover, then I want to do something that's totally
deep
out of my comfort zone. Just like, you know.
That's a soft cell cover.
Yes.
Tainted Love.
Yeah, Tainted Love. We did
cool.
that cover. Yeah.
That's different. Yeah, for you
Absolutely.
guys.
Yeah, it was really fucking cool just singing. I was like, oh shit. This is actually cool because like when we got in that practice space, I was just like, oh, hey,
yeah, practice space.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, you got to breathe with this
Comes
shit.
to life.
Push it from here. Yeah. We should voice if not.
I was like, yeah. Especially when I was doing the which fucking I think it was not hold on. Yeah, I turned into a Martian.
Yeah.
Where like. Let me tell you what the fuck is my name.
Hold that shit
Martian.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, even fucking Bad Religion though too.
Suffer.
Yeah, Suffer. That's fucking.
Suffer.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to get really practice these songs.
Yeah.
It's like warm ups and breathing.
Yeah,
and all that shit.
yeah.
You know what the harder songs were for us to do, and we didn't even record them because it was just so hard. The Germs, because like. They're kind of off.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're just slightly, you know.
He was like, maybe I should play this right.
Yeah. And it was like I was like, I'm like Dev. No. When do I come in? Like how many times they do this? And it's like
it's different than singing it in your headphones or by yourself in your room than actually singing it with a band.
Oh,
yeah, it is super fucking
it's
different.
Faster or slower too. Like,
yeah, and Darby was just so fucking wild.
Yeah.
You know. But
fuck.
Yeah.
So a band you could front a band, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun as fuck.
You could definitely see and do that, man.
It'd be great. You have stuff to say between the
songs.
He'd be great at that, man. Keep the crowd fucking.
Oh yeah. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Being a front person.
I know.
Hold their attention and shit.
Yeah.
I know. I would love to. I mean, yeah. Like I've always wanted to. I never pursued the band thing because I was like, man, I gotta rely on other people. you know. And so like that's
definitely a team effort.
Yeah, it's
It
a
really
team
is,
fucking
man.
effort that I was like, you know. I was like, comedy, I'm by myself. Even with cheerleading, I was like, fuck, I gotta rely on this person to fucking make it to practice, and sometimes they fucking don't. And it's like, well, fucking needed you, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Right,
comedy, just me.
It's so great to have that, man. Not to worry about anybody else like that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Sure.
What about comedy now with like the COVID and shit? I obviously went and saw you perform. It's everybody spread out 6 feet
Yeah.
apart. And is that a challenge?
We've been touring some cities.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them, and we only go out like probably like once a month, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, you know, but
Yeah.
like what's been really helping us is the podcast. I do so many fucking podcasts,
Great.
you know, throughout the week. So like Monday through Thursday, I'm pretty busy with that. So we're constantly, you know, able to do, you know, put out the content. But yeah, the touring, of course, we all fucking
I miss it
love
so
to
much,
tour.
man.
You know
I
what I mean?
know.
Especially like when you really think about it now, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm not touring because I chose to. Some
Yeah,
other
I
shit
know.
was like,
completely out of our
Yeah, some
It
control.
seems
shit,
like a
yeah.
dream. Like it's going to happen. I don't know. It's fucking...
Yeah.
when's the last time y'all been on the road?
It's going to be a year for me. The last thing I did was Agnostic Front H2O Gorilla Biscuits in
Yeah,
Europe.
that
January.
was this
Next
year.
month.
Oh,
1 year.
so January. Oh, yeah, yeah.
1 year
That's when
since
shit
I toured.
kind of started rolling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely
man.
was starting.
Great tour, man, but fuck, nothing this whole year.
I remember I was like, I
Crazy.
want to
Man.
roadie that tour.
Oh, yeah, you want to put
I
out
was,
on that.
I was like, oh my god, that'd be so
It's
much
it was
fun.
a sick tour.
Yeah, we haven't done a tour since last year.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so wild, man.
It's so wild.
I'm just hoping, you know, we'll see what happens with everything now. Look at the vaccine and all this shit.
Yeah.
The vaccine.
I don't even know about that. It's a whole
I
fucking
know.
conversation.
Dude, it's, you
What?
know what's so
Come on.
wild is that, like, man, just the way we handle this shit, or not us.
We didn't.
We did it. But, like, the people we trust and
Word.
power,
I
you know,
dude.
and it's like, then, you know, it's like, oh, we got a vaccine, though. But it's like, motherfucker, I haven't trusted you this whole time.
Exactly, man. It's so true, man.
You know, it's like you've lost the trust because you handled it in the fucked up way.
And it's supposed to take 3 or 4 years. Here it is in 9 months. Everybody line up. Everybody line up. You know what I mean? Like, who's trying to line? Who's trying to be the first person?
Hold
know.
on now. I mean, these are special circumstances.
I know, but 9 months.
people
compared
have-
to 2
Oh,
3
but-
years.
But you had the whole world stepping
that
up.
is
I know.
that is another way to look at it. Yeah,
That's
like
true.
you know, with technology, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, we should probably work on this a lot harder. You know, people are probably, you know, if
the
it is what it is,
Right.
you know, maybe the overtime was, you know, really there. You
I
know?
think they definitely needed to put in that overtime. And unfortunately, you know, the end all of it, you know, their motivation was like, we're going to make so much money if
I
we come
know.
up with
billions.
billions
Oh,
of dollars
billions.
if we come out with this
Billions,
first. So let's put that overtime
Oh,
in. Let's
100%.
make it happen. You know, so I believe it on that aspect that their motivation to do it wasn't helping the, you know, humanity. It was definitely like, we're going to make bank.
We're gonna make bank.
And who's going to be the first to make bank? And
Yeah.
then, you know,
Yeah.
Well, it's like a
one-
competition,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Who
yeah,
can make it first?
yeah, totally.
Different
Mhm.
companies.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
I like how we're all like, "Ooh."
It's like how bad do I really want to go on tour? How bad do I really want to fly? Fuck, man,
Oh,
it's
man.
scary. Who knows what's gonna happen, man?
yeah.
Well, I'm definitely not going to get in it first, so I'm not really that worried
yeah.
now. So.
Y'all haven't left the state at all, huh?
No,
No.
nothing, dude.
Damn.
I mean, we haven't even left our
Neighborhoods.
bubble- neighborhood.
Damn.
Run you can. This is a
I know,
little
it's
circle we
like
do.
Running Canyon.
Yeah, it's strange, man. It's strange. It's the longest I've been home my whole life. Him
Me too.
Longest.
Oh,
man.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
25
Yeah.
years. Like my band.
Yeah, it's like
longest I've been
weird.
home.
I don't know what it is like with the comedy clubs or why they like why we're able to do it. I don't know how it like works out, but like
I don't think anybody does. It's just,
yeah,
it
but like
doesn't
I
make
mean,
sense.
we go there and it's like they do the temperature thing. You have to wear a mask when you get up, leave your table or
Yeah.
anything like that, and they have it pretty distant. So
I guess
you
I
know.
figure like comedy is
yeah,
definitely
comedy's
essential.
Yeah, and it's like
In this
it's like
time of darkness.
We like it's a little weird because everyone's like spread out because you're used to like. It's like if you're doing a show and
Yeah.
like everybody's like spread out and you're like, but
Yeah.
you're used to like the
Right.
people.
And we don't want you spread. I want you
Yeah.
guys close.
So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it does make it a little weird, but I mean,
Yeah.
but it's also at the same time it's fine. And you know what? Like we look at it as this like they're gonna offer it and we're able to do it. We realize that we're helping these
People's
people that
souls.
work
Absolutely.
People
people's
need
not
comedy.
not
Oh
only
my
people's
God.
souls, but like the people that work at these clubs.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
You know, like especially like
Independent
you think
clubs.
about and you think about the Christmas time for them, and like
yeah, dude.
Christmas gonna be different for everybody.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like
Everybody.
It's gonna be
we try to do as best as we can to like tip these the wait staff that's working, and really get something to these people. So the fact that we're able to go out and like help these people that are like living off these tip based jobs,
Yeah.
and it's like that does
Sure.
weigh it
Upset
out,
about it. Yeah,
and it makes us feel great. And like we're all safe about it. Like we
Totally.
we don't do meet and greets or anything like that. We pretty much like Airbnb venue. Like we're not so it's like because it's not like we don't believe it's not a thing, but it's like if we can adjust and adapt and like the way if there's within reason.
Yeah.
Totally.
Within reason,
Yeah.
because it's like it does feel good to help out these people, make some money over the weekend that they probably wouldn't have made.
100%, man.
And it's like, oh, you guys are offering your club, okay, we'll come out there,
Support,
there and do it.
yeah.
You guys are doing it this way, keeping it cool. All right, cool. We'll do that.
Yeah. How often do we change our set list throughout the tours? How often do you change what you talk about?
Good question.
So like the thing with comedy is like the way the jokes are. It's like a joke isn't really done. You got to like build
Right.
off of it because
I've
you
noticed
find So it's like because like our thing when we're done with it is when we release a special. You know what I mean? So that's when we're done with the joke. Sometimes I'll just be done with the joke because I'm just done with the joke. But it's when you release the special, and then you just fucking pretty much start from scratch.
I love
it's like we're like backwards.
Okay.
We tour the material, and then do the special. Whereas like music, it's like the album drops, tour that album.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's backwards with comedy.
Yeah, I loved how like I think Shapel was one of the first people to do it at the Palladium when he did his stand-up where nobody could have phones and record it. Put it online so nobody could see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that was really
Oh,
smart, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
When I went to Paisley Park for Prince's estate, I did a tour there, and they lock up your phones and stuff like that.
God, I want to go. That's
I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, lock
Yeah.
up your phone.
That's fucking
You
awesome.
want that experience.
Yeah. Hell
Fuck the
yeah.
picture for the time being.
Right.
Fuck
Totally.
that picture.
Yeah.
You want it
That's
was
like-
something else, man.
I wanna
That
go. That's a dream. I wanna go
energy
there,
and
man.
I've
that
never been there.
in that fucking building
imagine.
was like he had two concert halls in there. I don't know,
Fuck.
quite a few of them.
Wow.
He had quite a few of them
Damn.
in there that I was like, fuck. And it's like, yeah, this is the stage. I'm like, yeah, that's the stage you play on. And he's got quite a few studios in there. And he's worked with so many people that like I don't think a lot of us even know.
Mm-hmm.
He's written so many songs for like people, and it's just like it was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fucking. I love it. I want to
Yeah.
go. That's incredible.
They were like,
man.
oh, whenever he would, one of the cool things I thought was thought was cool was like when he would get to the singing part of his like recordings, he would make everyone leave, and he would just be locked in
Yeah, I
on
love
himself and just fucking zoned
Fucking
in,
genius, man.
And they would show these clips like where he would talk about the music industry and just like, because you remember when that period of
Changed his
time,
name to a symbol.
yeah,
Man.
that story is actually pretty fucking dope.
The
And I
slave
didn't,
on his face.
yeah, and I didn't realize it when I was,
Younger.
when I was younger. I was just like, oh, was Prince okay? You know what I mean? but he was fine. Prince was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
Yeah.
It was the fucking industry.
Yeah.
Totally.
So it was like cool to like I'm always intrigued by those, stories, where it's like, no, I'm gonna own my shit. I'm gonna,
Absolutely, yeah.
It's pretty like dope to fucking
Powerful, man.
powerful to stand up to like one of the fucking biggest industries,
Yeah.
in the fucking world,
Yeah.
and be like, no, that's mine. I fucking, there's this young interview of Prince where he turned down a record deal, and he was on American Bandstand. It was like his first appearance, and they were like, why'd you turn down a record deal? He's like, they won't let me make my own music. They won't let me produce it, record it, or anything like that. Because he could do all that.
Power,
Yeah, of
man,
course,
powerful,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you let
Yeah,
Prince do
right.
that?
I know.
Why wouldn't you?
I know.
They're idiots.
Why wouldn't you let Prince do that?
Yeah.
It's Prince. He's
Right.
already killing it out the gate.
Right.
That is crazy.
absolutely right.
So I just love all that shit, man, and just I don't know. I'm just intrigued by the music industry because I love music.
Yeah, I love it too. And I think Jay-Z did that with Reasonable Doubt. He got back his first.
Oh yeah, he got his rights.
Ownership of that. And him and Prince were close too.
Yeah.
He talks about that in some songs, but like, Prince guitar playing too. Like he's like one of the great guitar players.
Come on,
people don't talk about that. Like,
come on now,
it's incredible, dude.
Come on now.
I got to see him perform twice. You ever seen him perform?
Never. I missed
my
opportunity. It's
ridiculous. Same.
It was pretty incredible, man. Yeah, it was one with Jimmy Kimmel. My friend worked here. We got to be on stage.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Watch him do that, and then the other one was down in Orange County with the all-girl band he had.
Mm-hmm.
Up front. There was no barricade. It was really cool, man. It's like a fundraiser thing. But yeah, like Prince is man. It's crazy not here anymore. You think these people like immortal and shit. You put them up there like these gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, The thing about him,
it was definitely unexpected. I mean, I had no idea what was going on with him.
Yeah.
So it was a shock to say the least.
What the hell?
Fuck, we talked an hour and a half. Holy shit, we're killing this shit. Let Lacey check his shit.
Wait, what?
It's all good. Chilling right now.
My
My coffee's coming down.
My phone just keeps fucking blaring.
Blowing up.
Are we doing today?
No, I'm gonna give Max this. Hey Max, I'm gonna give Max something too, real quick.
Max would be your.
You talk for 1 second, right, Derek?
Yeah.
I'll keep it talking.
He's all nervous. So
let me go through these papers.
Do you like music?
So what made you decide to move to Cali?
Oh, just because I was born in Arizona.
And was there somebody that was here in LA that was like, yo, you should come out to Cali? Did you know any people out here?
Yeah, I knew some comedians already.
Okay.
I already knew. I knew a lot of people already. So it was. I didn't feel uncomfortable about the move, but I just kind of did it like, fuck it.
Right.
Just
so you didn't have? Did you have like these fantasies, like yo, like like an after school special, like this is gonna be massive?
No, because
my dreams are coming true.
Right.
Man.
No, I oddly enough took those pressures away of like making it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, just go out and fucking do it. You know, just do your thing. You know, do the fucking thing you love to do.
Right.
And once I did that, I was like, okay, I'm fine. You know, because it's like I just broke it down to a simple, fucking simple format. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I was like, I got that shit today. What was I saying? It was like, I was just like, I just simplified it because, when people, especially like in this type of industry, people come out and they go, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. They try to do all this shit, right?
Right.
And it's like, when it doesn't happen, because you're not going to get all the things that you want, especially like, and when that shit doesn't happen, people get distraught, and then that's the not making it. That's where the not making it comes in. Whereas I was just like, I just want to be good and a good person.
Right.
And once I just leveled it out to that, then it was like, it was like kind of just endless, because that's the foundation I set for myself. So I never thought about like making it. Like I need to make it. I need to come out here and I need to make it.
Right.
And it's like, well, if you're doing it and you're doing it authentic,
you love what you do.
You love what you do, all that shit will fall into place.
I agree, man.
Guarantee. You know what I mean? It literally will fall into fucking place because you're doing what you love, and you're like, obviously you still got to be good at what you love. But like if you're working,
stay hungry.
Stay hungry. Like it'll happen. But I remember that was like the first thing I noticed when I moved out here. I just watched all these people like go just be things that I go, nah, that's not you. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do that. Like you don't have to do that. You don't have to act this way to try to press. They'll notice you. They'll notice you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was the dude, like I didn't really hang around much. I was kind of like this mystery, where I was just like, because I was this guy that came out of Arizona, but I'd come out and like I would just do really good.
Yeah.
And they were like, who the fuck is this guy? And I would just leave right after.
Right.
I just leave.
That's sick. That's sick.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like that.
Because I don't like that like hanging thing, because then I become. Right. I'm not being myself. Now I'm trying to like
schmooze.
Yeah, like, oh, did you see my set? You know what I mean? Like it's weird, man.
Yeah.
And it's not like people are saying like, did you see my set? But you're looking for it. That's why I don't
right.
hang, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be. I don't want to look.
You're
for
mysterious, kind of roll in and roll out. I like
roll
that.
in, roll
Prince,
out.
That's Prince style.
And everyone's like, what if a booker, like sees you
They'll
and wants
get
to
a
talk
hold
to
of
you?
They'll fucking hit you
They'll
up.
find you.
They'll DM you.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
They'll find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll find you. If they wanted you bad enough, they'll find you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's all. And that will literally always happen, because I would leave after I get off stage. And
remember
where you
that
going?
happened
I
to
go,
you.
I'm going
It's
home.
like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I know that would happen in New York a lot of times. People roll in this like, I'm in the big city now. And they start acting different. Like, yo, what's up?
They
getting
themselves.
an attitude.
Yeah.
Trying to be like angry. And I was
you
like,
ain't from New York.
I was like, you're mean, actually.
Yeah.
New Yorkers are nice. You
Yeah.
know, like New Yorkers are helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a
Well,
bad rep.
that's how I feel about like with LA. Like, when you look at, these areas and stuff like that, it's like LA has so much transit people, you know what I mean?
Sure.
People that aren't,
Transplants, yeah.
yeah,
a
so many
lot.
people that are not fucking from here.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to the transplants.
yeah,
Great
shout out
band.
to the shout out to the transplants. There you go. So, but you see all the, it's like, yo, you're not from here, but treat this place as if you are.
Right.
Because I got tons of friends that are like from here, and I go, why is it this? And they go, literally, it's because the people that come here that aren't from here, they're like, I fucking love here. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
these people that come here that aren't from here is what fucks it up.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree, man. I think I'm hearing lots of things about a lot of people who aren't from here during this COVID moving back to like wherever they're from.
Oh
A lot
yeah,
of people leaving.
so many
going
people are
back to their
leaving.
homes.
So many
Yeah,
people are fucking
they are.
leaving.
Like the Midwest, wherever they're from, people are
Yeah.
going back now.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Thank you.
do you have any regrets in your life?
Nah, no regrets.
I love that. I love that.
No regrets.
I love that.
No, because if I did, then I didn't learn anything.
It's true.
That's how I think of it.
True that.
It's a
True
good
that.
point.
Yeah, it's like, what if I regretted it? What did I learn?
I don't know if you know this, but my son's middle name is Henry after Henry Rollins. My wife's a massive.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh
my wife's a
yeah,
massive
you told me
fan.
that.
Yeah, so my son's name is Hank. She calls him Hank. And we got to meet. I never seen Rollins do stand up or none of that stuff until later on in my life. And I got to see him maybe 2012, I don't know, many years ago. I went and saw it. It was great. And then we got to meet Rollins and say hi. And this is my son. His middle name's Hank. It was cool. It was a cool moment. He had grown his hair. It was like long gray.
Wow.
Looked really cool, man. Damn. It was just a brief moment, but it
Never
was cool.
met him. Never met him.
But it was great to see him do his
Great
thing.
fucking guy.
He used to date Kennedy from MTV.
What?
And so
I think I knew that
they
already.
lived. Kennedy lived by me Moon on like 9th Street or no, we lived by the McSorley's,
McSorley's.
the Irish pub.
I
And
know
so we
them.
would see Rollins walk by our house with Kenny all the time. And it was like, "Yo, Black Flag." We used to yell at the window at him all
sure
the
he
time.
loved that.
He'd look up sometimes. Yeah, but mostly Kennedy would look up.
Right.
And so they used to always walk holding hands by our house all the time in Manhattan and shit. But I would never say anything.
This is a long time
This is
ago.
New York, yeah. We see Joey Ramone walk down the street. Oh, it's Joey Ramone. And keep walking. It was just so different back then. It was like they were neighborhood guys, but like.
Yeah.
But then we did the Warped Tour Rollins. We'd see Rollins out with no shirt on, working out every day with his bench pressing on the Warped Tour. It was crazy. Like he'd be in the mix, like not in front of
He
everybody.
was fucking
He was
jacked.
backstage doing his thing. That's when he was like, "I'm a liar." That's when that
Yeah.
video was out and that shit blew up. And interesting, man. Interesting journey. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing to think like. Obviously, Rollins probably knows like how you inspired him, but there's so many. It's just crazy how his story is so Rollins based and the power of that music, something that he wrote 20, 30 years ago, resonates with somebody who's in his 30s still and changed your life and was a role model and a father figure. And these people don't realize that it's just a song they wrote, but it connected to somebody so powerfully.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? It
yeah.
can change your life, dude. It's
It
crazy.
Big time,
Change
how music's
many
like that.
people's lives. Yeah.
And just the people who are part of your life, like from your school and the cheerleading place you went to, like they all took you in. It's just, it's interesting. Man.
Yeah, and just let me be.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
amazing soundtrack. Do you have a top 5
Of what?
music artists?
It's just fucking hard. Top 5, definitely Oasis.
Yeah.
Black Flag. Queens of the Stone Age.
Damn, Black Flag, Oasis, Queens of the Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age.
Um,
John Theodore, man.
I know.
We talked about him.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Joey C too when he was in the band. Great drummer.
Oh, Joey.
Joey's.
He's from Wasted Youth.
Shiznit.
He's a badass
Joey,
man. He's
fucking
a badass.
A.
Shout out to Joey.
Like-
I always post videos of Joey all the time. Hopefully one day I get a follow back. But he does
yeah.
write me back.
Oh, yeah, he's,
Yeah,
he's,
so
he's,
cool.
he's a
Like
good
a
dude,
solid
man.
dude.
Yeah, he's very.
He's a badass drummer. He was in Blood Clot.
It's amazing.
Wasted
Yeah,
Youth.
dude, he's done. He drummed for Danzig for a little
Oh,
bit.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I remember
Oh,
that.
now he's in the Bronx doing shit with the Bronx.
Yeah, he's doing shit with the Bronx.
So we got Queens, we got Rollins.
how many did I name? 3.
We got Oasis. That's a sick
That's
3 though.
3.
Pantera is my favorite fucking metal.
Wow.
Shit.
We got 4.
That was Moby's. That was in Moby's
That
top
was
5.
Moby's top 5 was
Yeah.
Pantera.
What?
Pantera, there's something about that band that I'm
Something
just
about
like,
it, man.
man.
When his other group opened up for Slayer last year.
Down?
No, it's called his
Phil
name Ensemble.
Ensemble and the legal.
Oh, and Legals or something
Yeah,
like
we
that?
saw that because we went early and I never seen it, and they had one of the best response the whole night.
Yeah, he's
Besides
one of the
Slayer.
best front people I've
Mm-hmm.
seen. Like he's definitely in the top 10 of my front people that
Okay.
are
Respect.
entertaining the crowd. It's just like wow,
Damn.
like he
Alright.
can get a crowd to do whatever.
How about Iggy? Is Iggy in the top?
Oh, yeah. Iggy.
There we
We'll
go.
yeah, let's roll. Yeah.
That's a sick mix, man.
Iggy's fucking, yeah.
What do you say, Max? Good?
Nah, it's Sean.
All right, you good? You look so tired.
What's up, man?
He's surfing today.
Jacket.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
SST website.
So to have Chappelle as your name, and obviously Dave Chappelle
Yeah.
in our comedy world, it's pretty cool actually. I was thinking
Yeah,
about that.
it's what's wild is like I don't hear about it like the only time like people do the Dave Chappelle reference to my name is like if I'm at like a Starbucks where they just somewhere where I have to give my name.
But it's such a cool name. It's like not a stage. It's your real name. It's
Yeah.
not a stage name. It's fucking. Chappelle
Yeah,
Lacey's
so
a
my
cool
mom,
name.
my
Yeah,
mom and
it's pretty-
stepfather, they had this friend. His name was Chappelle, and that's
Okay.
where I got it from.
nice.
Even the
nice.
spelling, it's just a cool. It's
Yeah.
a fucking
Yeah.
cool name.
He's just I tell people, when people ask how to spell, he
And
goes
Starbucks, do
shaping
they
at an L.
screw your name up?
They
or-
spell it Chappelle CHAP.
I'm sure the
Yeah.
spelling is outrageous.
Yeah, but what's
atrocious.
your middle name?
Lacey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my last name is my real last name is Harris.
Okay.
But that was my stepfather's last name.
Okay.
But I stopped going by that. I want to say in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at first, yeah, it was out of spite. But then after a while, I was like, I was like, oh, I've kind of just created myself. You know what I mean? Like that's I fully felt like I was like, oh, it no longer has anything to do with him. It's more of just like a creation of who I am.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like Shapel Lacey. Yeah.
I love that all that stuff goes back to your dad and everything you turn your whole life. It's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like inspired by shitty events that you turned into fucking.
Yeah, I heard.
You know what I
I
mean?
actually heard that in a Ramones documentary. I can't
Oh,
remember
which one?
I can't remember which one.
They
I
have
was,
great docs.
Yeah, they have
there,
great
yeah.
docs.
End of
But
the
it was like,
century,
at the end they were saying like, that's what you do with punk rock. You take something shitty and you create great with it.
I love that.
That was the. It's so funny. One of my buddies just called me. He's such a big fan of you, by the way.
Do you think you inspired some of your friends to listen to punk rock too, even though you were the outcast? You think some people like gave it a chance?
Fuck no, I mean I go to concerts by myself and shit.
Damn, bro, I fucking love that though.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, man.
Uh-huh.
You can see yourself optimist or pessimist.
Optimist.
Yeah, I can
Seen
see
better
that.
result.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've never seen good result from being a fucking pessimist.
But yeah,
I know that world. I used to be there.
Yeah, you've been in that world. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. So what do you think it is that keeps you going, like through all the stuff you've been through?
Fear, man. That's the thing that keeps me
Fear
going.
of what? Failing, or fear of?
Fear. Yeah, I just freak out. You know.
Yeah.
I have a fear of relapsing with anger. I have a fear of relapsing with drinking. I have a fear of just not doing the things that I want to do and not work. I have fear not working my ass off.
Yeah, you seem strong-minded though, and
Yeah.
super focused though.
Rollins.
Yeah. How long you been sober for now?
I don't say I'm sober because I do smoke weed from time to time, like
Puff,
every now and then.
puff?
Yeah, little puff. But
It's a plant.
damn, how long?
It's vegan.
It's
fucking-
vegan and it's a plant.
So I'll be 34, and I quit when I was 27.
Okay.
I don't know the math. Max.
7. Isn't that 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, 7 years.
So were you ever straight edge as a kid or no?
Well, I just didn't do anything in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like, I never did like the time that when it was like going on around like the time, like people just disrespected it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There was this weird period of time
About straight edge, you mean?
Yeah, people just
there were
disrespected
different
it.
chapters, different things about it. Yeah,
Yeah, these people just like beating up people.
some
like,
militant, some not.
Yeah, there's just shit like that. And it's like that's not what that's about, man. It's not that's not your choice to like. Even when I tell people like I don't drink and like I go, me not drinking has nothing to do with anyone else.
Right.
It's all
it's
on
my
me.
Personal choice.
It's my personal choice. Yeah,
I hear
it
that.
has nothing to do with anyone else. And,
Yep.
And straight edge was always a positive thing for me personally. It was never a fucking.
Yeah.
My wife's not straight edge. People I hung out with in New York weren't straight edge. Was smoking weed, doing coke, drinking 40s.
Yeah.
You know what's up, Derek.
I've
So
heard
it wasn't.
about
So
it.
the people I hung out with in New York were like, it wasn't. I was like the only straight edge guy chilling. I love that.
Yeah.
I was like the main fucking hyperactive straight edge guy. I love
It's a
being
weird
that guy.
scene when you're sober eyes and in that scene.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very enlightening. You're like, wow. How
Oh, you're just like, oh shit. This is-
yeah, sometimes
mayhem.
I'm gonna say this on record. Fuck it. Sometimes some of our friends will be like, "Yo, that's the guy we got beef with." I go, "No, that's not the right one. It's that guy," because they're seeing through drunk eyes. Like that's not the graffiti guy. He didn't go over your tag. You know what I mean? That's not the right guy.
yeah.
So I could have this. I could be the sober guy in that. And like, no, this is
Yeah,
chill.
yeah.
And like, I carried the boombox. We played all like '90s hip hop on fucking 9th Street and Avenue Way in front of
Yeah.
Wawa Hut.
Oh man.
When the Nas came out of the Mob Deep, just the New York vibe was so amazing. Go to CB's that night, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
fucking.
damn.
We got to go to Limelight. My wife worked there, and Dom from
Limelight.
Brooklyn Projects was the DJ, so it was hip hop night. The
I
Limelight.
saw Neurosis at Limelight.
You could see a
shit.
you could see a
Neurosis,
hardcore matinee,
fuck.
and then go to hip hop
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
We have late shows. It was New York was the shit, man.
Yeah,
Fuck,
you
I'm
had
so
those
lucky.
late night spots, after bars were closed because I worked at a lot of bars, and you were able to.
He worked
go
at
to
the bar.
like-
My wife.
Yeah, and you could go to these after hours, and just people just nonstop, just shit just
Damn.
be popping off. It's like, oh my god,
It's like 5 in the morning. Bro.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah, that doesn't happen in
nonstop.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Everyone's all tucked in their
Crazy.
fucking beds at like 10.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
It was like people, but you just see a whole different world, when you're surrounded by people who are just using and abusing all the time.
Because
Yeah.
you're working the door, so you're throwing
Yeah,
people out.
I was
It's fucked
completely
up.
straight. I was throwing people out. I was
Yeah.
doing security, so I just see people in their worst state.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot
yeah.
of times, and I was like, man, this
Yeah,
is
I know
a
that
lot
is.
to take
Yeah,
on. It's like
that would
zombies.
give me anxiety.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, I love the city, and I just really, like you said, knowing who you are helps so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, 100%.
To deal with all that's going on. Like,
Is the ultimate goal not for you particularly? But is the ultimate goal for a comedian nowadays to have something on Netflix or have like your own show on television or like your own like stand up?
It's such a different model now. Like it used to be like, oh, you become a comedian, you get a TV show, But with that comes along like dealing with like
Politics, a bunch of shit.
yeah, pitching it to like all these people, and networks and your managers, your agents, and
You want to keep full control of who you are and what you want to talk about. all that
yeah, and
shit.
it's like, oh well, we like this script, but we should do it this way. And it's like, no, that's what I want to say, and it's like, but like podcasting is what has helped us so much because it is a DIY thing.
It is, and you can
'Cause
express,
it's like-
you can express yourself too.
It's like think about it like this. It's like especially the early days of punk. No fucking record labels would fuck with them. No radios. A lot of venues wouldn't fuck with them.
True,
They just did everything on their own.
true.
Well, that's the same thing with like comedy. It's like, oh, this fucking production company doesn't fuck with me. This
Yep.
director doesn't fuck with me. Whatever. Well, why not I just do a podcast and create my own content and put it up on this, site that
Right.
lets me put it
Yeah.
up on there.
That totally makes
It's
sense.
that-
And
it's
do
that
it well.
model. And do it well.
Right.
Yeah,
And like.
and not
it's-
be censored or edited either. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's a very
yeah.
politically
Yeah,
world
because
right now.
and here's the thing, like with like a TV show, people are fans of your character, right? Whereas podcasts, people are fans of you
True.
because it's you. You're not doing a character.
Yeah,
You're being you.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
That's the fucking and they're just so diehard because they have a solid sense of you more than like they would of you as a character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Makes yeah.
That's true.
And it's
Yeah.
such a politically correct world now as far as stand-ups and comedians is like,
Yeah.
do you have to think about shit you're going to say to not offend people? I
Well,
doubt that because that's not really.
Well, I mean, like, I'll never apologize for a joke.
You shouldn't.
I'll never, yeah, because I'm not a fucking politician. I'm not your fucking role model. I'm not your fucking, any of this shit.
I love that.
I'm a dude that's, my brain thinks in a different fucking way.
Yeah.
My intent is to be funny. Strictly that. If you take it beyond that,
That's
that's
on
not
you.
really that's not really my fault.
Yeah. It's on
You decided he said this, he or she said this. Oh man, I'm taking it this way. That's not my fucking fault that you decided.
Yeah.
You have two choices. You could take it for what it is, or you could just fucking get angry about it. But like, there's this perception of taking it for what it fucking is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No comedian is trying to make anyone fucking feel bad
No.
about anybody.
No.
No comedian is.
Yeah.
And it's like, and also people like to pick and choose what they get mad
What
about.
offends them?
Right.
Yeah. It's like, oh, but you didn't care when I was jumping on this area over
Right.
here.
Yeah.
I literally
Yeah.
just sat here and went hard on this area right here.
Yeah.
When I come over here, it affects you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the asshole.
Yeah.
Am I? No. I'm talking about everything.
That's a great point.
I'm
man.
going
Yeah,
hard on
that's a very good
everything.
point.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Right.
You know? And that's the thing. It's like, and a lot of times people want that, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking they're going to gain from it, but, you know, Dave Chappelle being one of the fucking, you know, primal fucking people for it, like, he's not going to apologize for what the fuck he said.
No, man.
Yeah, you can
Absolutely not.
you and the group, whatever you decided to fucking group up, people you group up with to
Right.
go after him, go ahead and fucking do it. Because it's like,
Good luck.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, I know my intent. If you misunderstand my intent,
It's on you.
It's on you, man.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
You and it's like I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know me that well.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, so what is the battle?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know each other. I just don't. I remember one time, girl came up to me after a show. I did this joke about my best friend, you know, and which happens to be gay.
Yeah.
Right. And I talk about the relationship we have because, you know, most straight dudes don't have a best friend who is gay that they connect with on a very tight level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And all I just talk about is our relationship as best friends.
Yeah.
It's not anything crazy. It's the least fucking crazy shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the lady came up to me and she was like, oh my God, I loved your set. You were so good. But, you know, there was one joke that offended me, in which they always started that way, right?
Oh,
So uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I go, and I keep my cool, you know. I was like, oh, which joke was it, you know? And she was like, you know, were you talking about your best friend who's gay? And I was like, okay. I was like, she was like, it's, you know, it's degrading the gay community. I said, you took a joke where I talk about the relationship I have with my best friend and took that as me degrading the gay community. And then she goes, well, as a lesbian. And I was like, stop. I just said, stop. I was like, you're not going to do this.
Wow.
You're not going to do this. I was like, you have a good night. And I just fucking moved. I just walked
Kept
away
it
from
moving.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you're picking and choosing.
Yeah.
You didn't care what I said about the shit over here, but this is the thing that fucks you up.
Yeah.
I've been talking shit about everything
All
for
kinds
for
of people.
fucking
Yeah.
for fucking. I was on stage for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you didn't like that, then you don't like my whole set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't come up to me and say you liked my set, but there was this one joke. Fuck out of here. Just don't like my whole set,
Yeah.
and then leave it at that. Why do you need to say anything to me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why do you have to fucking? I don't pay attention to shit I don't like.
Yeah. That's true.
That's how
very good
dumb
point.
fucking
Yeah.
people can be
Yeah.
sometimes.
That's true. It's a
Is
great
they
point.
they'll pay attention to shit they don't like.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know how much
There's
anxiety that is?
And they obsess on it too.
Yeah, it's
which
like
is
you don't like it.
crazy.
Or people that follow you don't even like you.
Right.
They-
I
they
know.
all
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
I have.
That's like a
there's
lot of
people
wasted energy,
I don't
man.
understand that.
Yeah, it's
either,
like why?
but it's
Why? Why are you
Yeah.
paying attention to something you don't like? There's a lot of things I do not fucking like, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck you like? I'm not gonna waste my fucking energy on
right.
like to go and write about the thing I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I fucking it's so stupid, and it's like, man, like there's so much you could be doing for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, Some of these people got fucking full on families. I'm like,
I know.
it's like, go hang out with your kids.
I know. Stop fucking talking shit to me.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. They spend so
It's like
much time
I don't know you. It's like I don't even know you. I wouldn't go find your random ass page and reach out to you.
Exactly.
Why the fuck are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You're raggedy ass.
That brings it back to why it's good if you do stand, you just bounce and nobody can.
I just fucking I don't reply to anything. It's very rare. Only thing I reply to is when people talk to me about music,
right?
Because it's a genuine conversation.
Yeah,
But sometimes they'll just try to sneak into music conversation, like, oh, I like Oasis too. Wonderwall's tight, and I'm like, nah. I was like, they have other songs, motherfucker.
There's a new Bee Gees doc out right now, and the guy from Oasis is in there. He's super positive. Like
he is a positive.
The guy. I'm not sure the names of the guys in Oasis, but he's
Noel and Liam.
That was Noel.
He's in the Bee Gees new doc. He's talking. It was really great, man.
Yeah,
he's a great songwriter.
Great songwriter. He's talking about writing song of brothers and how the harmonies. Yeah, because you're brothers. It's interesting. Breakdown about it. Yeah. It's a great doc. The Bee Gees doc.
I'll check. I got to check it out.
They got some bangers. They have so many hits, man.
They've always had bangers. They've been one of the top songwriters of
I think Hall & Oates need a doc too, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
100%.
That'd be a good doc. And it should be
they're working on it.
Is there a Black Flag doc?
No, not an official one.
Yeah, there's got to be one.
There's got to be one.
My God.
That is like too
incredible story.
It's made such a massive mark that it has to happen.
I think that'd be incredible, man. I think and the Minor Threat one would be great too. And
the
Descendants doc was great.
Yeah, I watched so many. Good. Oh, that one's a good one.
It's really good. It took me by surprise.
Yeah, dude, same.
Yeah, I was so happy to see that.
I was like, whoa, this is really fucking
good. It's really good though.
Yeah,
and the footage they had and the backstory, I learned so much about them, and I
huge
Descendants.
I also didn't realize Billy was like producing a lot of shit.
Yeah, neither did I.
And I didn't realize the thing with the thing with his brain that he had. I was like, whoa! I was like learning so fucking much, and it was like cool talking about like when he was in Black Flag. It was a great fucking doc.
Yeah,
I need to rewatch it. I haven't watched it since it came out, but I just remember it being fucking amazing. I couldn't take my eyes off of it.
The Oasis doc is great too.
Oh, Supersonic, fucking great.
Learned so much about them, and they're great songwriters too, man. Like that was
great.
That's a great doc.
The one was the Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters one. The back and forth.
Yeah,
that is a fucking great.
I got so much more respect for him. I've always been a Dave Grohl fan, since Scream.
And come on now.
Seeing Scream, I was just like, oh my God, this band is so incredible,
dude. His drumming.
Oh, I know
is fucking.
It changed my whole my drummers.
Incredible,
band.
Incredible.
He's
super
incredible.
fucking.
Did you see Scream with him on drums?
Yes.
It's so funny. People are like, "Are you really an Oasis fan?" I go, "Fuck yeah!"
Yes,
you think it's a fucking joke?
You saw them before?
No, I've only seen Liam. Yeah.
I had some fantasy that they would come back for Coachella and be like the biggest thing. Like it could happen. Who knows? I don't know. I could see that happening.
Never seen.
I pray.
You know what I'm saying? I almost thought that was going to happen this past year. I don't know for some reason with Rage Against the Machine and all that.
Right.
That'd be Oasis be a big one.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands that My Chemical Romance had made a comeback too.
Yep.
Like there's bands that were like making
this year was going to be the year.
Yeah.
Man. Rage.
Dude. I know.
I was excited to see it. And Run the Jewels. I was going to go to Arizona to see that because Run the Jewels.
So was I.
Run the Jewels.
Dude, you know what I love about one of the things about Rage, and I think this is why they're so highly appreciated, is you look at that band and you go, "There's no one like them."
Nah.
There's no one like them.
Nah.
Right.
And like they took all the things that they were inspired by, and fucking made that.
Yeah.
They were like, Tom Morello said this thing that I thought was like so unique, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's how people should look at it. And it's like, he was like, there's already a Kiss, there's already a fucking Led Zeppelin. Take what they did and let that inspire you to create your own.
Yeah, I agree with
and
that.
And I thought that was fucking, I thought that was fucking great.
Yeah.
I never like really thought of it like that. And it just fucking, I was like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was actually excited to see Rage play this year. I was going to go to that show for sure, man.
Oh yeah, that would have been fucking great.
Show,
you like Inside Out? You familiar with that?
Inside no.
Zach's first hardcore band.
Oh shit. Oh no. So that was what year was that?
I remember that
because they
I
were
saw them.
You saw them?
Yeah, I was like a roadie for Quicksand, and they were on tour with Shelter, Inside Out,
Damn.
and Quicksand.
Fuck.
And that was in 91, maybe?
Oh, you still got to see fucking Inside Out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because they were 92?
Like
Rage? Was it 92?
92 or 90? I'm not
92
sure.
is when I think they dropped their first album.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah.
That was
this
supposed
probably-
to be-
this
yeah,
would've
but
been
yeah.
like 89 or. Wow, my God.
That'd be a sick reunion, Inside Out. That'd be pretty sick too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize at the time like what was really going. I mean, I was so into just being there. And
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
I saw Rage open for House of Pain and Helmet in New York at the Academy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
When they first came through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
on
saw them
House
at
of Pain shit.
Roseland the first time.
Some
But
great
their
shows back then, man.
But
Fuck.
their show is incredible, live show. And when they came to Brazil to play the first time, people
Fucking bonkers.
lost their
Oh, really?
mind. It's like every band that's like doing like, we're gonna be a band, we're gonna do a Rage cover. You know, it's like in Brazil that was everyone doing Rage covers.
Wow.
So when they came to play, it was people were just like a time bomb waiting to go off. First song was like barricade, everything destroyed, like thousands
Really?
people just like
Did you see that
freaking
thing that
out.
Rage did? I think it was in 2010. They went to London because I guess they resurfaced back on the charts and knocked off someone off the charts.
Wow.
And so they went to London to do a free show.
oh my
Oh,
God.
And
shit.
it's on YouTube and shit.
2010?
Yeah, it was like 2010. It's fucking insane.
I'm sure, man.
Yeah, Zach just walks out. We're Rage Against the Machine from Los Angeles, Arizona, or Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, Arizona. You know, I love Arizona so much, but I wish they were from Arizona. But we got Jimmy Eat World, Jim Blossoms.
Exactly.
But he just starts off like that. He just says that, and then all of a sudden and then
Yeah.
and just
God.
fucking.
I really want you to see that,
testify.
Max. Rage this year. You would love Rage live.
So insane.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was them and Travis Scott at Coachella. It was supposed to happen this year.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
man.
why I want to see Travis Scott. We saw him before before he even blew up. He was flying on a falcon in the middle of the sky.
Opening for,
Oh yeah, that was
opening for Kendrick.
Kendrick. Yep.
But
So
then-
he stayed at Kendrick and him stayed at a hotel that I worked at in Arizona, and I got to chop it up with Travis Scott, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, cool fucking guy.
Oh yeah.
Super talented.
Super fucking nice.
Yeah, he was
Texas.
really nice,
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. And then we saw him at the Forum. He played like 3 nights there. It was like a mosh
yeah.
pit. It was like fucking pits.
Yeah.
He dived in
He had
the
that
crowd.
fucking. Didn't he have a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were there for that.
But I had a great moment with Max. I was looking at Max. I was like, why is there a mosh pit? He's like, why is there a mosh pit at your show? I was like, all right, bet. I get it. No, you. I had a moment talking to you at the show watching. I was like, why is there 3 circle pits? It's just a generation.
Damn.
Wouldn't there
man.
be a
It's
much better
different.
your show?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, why wouldn't there be?
No,
I
he-
imagine
he-
there would be.
No, but he's just saying, like,
Ah.
basically, why can't he have one if you can
Ah,
have one?
okay,
It's like,
right.
this is the generation.
Right.
Travis dived in the crowd. It was like fucking pits. It was crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Kanye West, we went to see him once, and he had a roller coaster around his.
No, that's fucking Travis,
Is
man.
that really Travis?
Yeah, Kanye had the roller coasters.
Kanye's got some weird.
He was in that weird roof thing. We went and saw him. He said this roof
Yeah.
thing, Been crazy, man. Well, thank you for your time, dude. We've been
Oh fuck yeah.
talking 2 hours. I could talk to you all day. I appreciate your time.
No,
Appreciate you
yeah.
being
Let's
here.
do it again, man.
Yeah. You have an amazing story. I'm glad I got to learn about you today
Yeah.
and see you perform recently, and just through social media, connect with you, and
Yeah,
learn
100%.
your history, and it's fucking awesome. And
Yeah. No,
I'm
thanks for.
stoked
yeah.
for you. You have a great thing going on. I'm
We gotta
proud
go
of you.
hike again.
For sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
But you took something from your household that was so negative and violent and all this stuff, and and here you are, man.
Yep,
You're
and
a
I
survivor.
will not leave a bad comment on someone's page.
Yeah, I love that.
see what I did there? Motherfucker,
but
just go root back to your fucking parents and stop writing
But you
bad reviews to people.
You embody and encompass PMA. It's fucking you live that
yeah.
shit. It's
Oh,
awesome.
100% PMA.
I love that.
Come on now.
So it's great. It's
Yeah.
great to hang with you and hear your story. Derek, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
This is your life, Shapel Lacey.
This
Yeah.
is your
No, we
life,
covered
Shapel
everything on my
Lacey.
notes. Let me see. Make sure we covered all my shit.
Check
Yeah.
them notes, kid.
Check the notes. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, your podcast, real quick.
Yeah.
It's Managed Podcast.
Yeah, that's my individual
That's your
podcast.
individual one.
Yeah.
And then you're on the Fighter and the Kid,
Yep.
and then the King, the Sting. What is it? One?
King and the Sting.
King and the Sting.
Yeah.
So you have 3 podcasts.
Mhm.
That's where
So
people
yeah,
can find
yeah, Fighter and the Kid gets released on Mondays, Wednesdays. My individual one gets it's managed, gets released every Tuesday,
Okay.
and then King and the Sting every Thursday.
Grinding, bro.
Yeah.
Grinding, man.
Yeah, trying to do it, man.
I think it's the best time for podcasts too because everybody's at home. Everybody's like in their places. It's like.
Yeah.
But the Fighting the Kid, you've been on for how long?
Since the end of September.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, so you can find you there. And what's your Instagram?
At Shapel Lacey.
Shapel Lacey.
Yeah.
And don't be DMing them. Only talk to them about music, not just Oasis.
Yeah.
Not
We'll sit there trying to
Rollins.
fucking, Yeah, if you say Wonderwall to me, I'm like, fuck off.
You're a poser.
Yeah, you poser.
Mac, you like Oasis?
I mean, okay, I can say I like Wonderwall.
My son's a poser for Oasis. He'll talk death metal all day on here. All right, thank you, man. Thanks for listening, everybody, and I appreciate you being here, bro.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
That was fucking awesome. Hey, guys, thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet to this podcast, please do that. And whatever platform you are listening to this on, I'm glad you found me. You can rate me and review me on there also. So thank you guys sincerely for the support. I cannot wait for you guys to the next one.